Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sandhills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. The three-legged stool is all back together. Sip, good to have you back in the studio after 2 days away and your voyage to Oklahoma City. It was a voyage, right?
It was a voyage.
Got home late last night. Is that
It was
correct?
a fantastic voyage. No, we got back Friday.
I was wrong, Bill, that one. I was wrong.
Jake told me you're spending your
I
told me
mis-
you're leaving Wednesday, getting back late Sunday from OKC. And I go, what's he doing for 5 days?
I misinterpreted the situation. He got back Friday.
Yeah. Okay.
Friday, yes, the big day in America. The stool's back.
Yes.
The
Say
stool's
it, Jake, Bill.
The stool is back.
No,
No.
spoke-
Yo.
The stool. Oh,
Yeah, that.
yeah. I didn't know you were leading me into that
I
one.
was leading you into that one.
The stool.
I got a random text from Sip that said the stool yesterday.
Well, what I
Like
was
that.
looking for, the reason I'm all askew right now.
What happened?
You are askew. What's
I'm
going
going
on?
back to I'm going to make sure I get the text stream from the three of us post game or during the game because Jake had some epic meltdowns yesterday.
Please
Yeah,
get this
we'll
going.
dive deeper in the
We'll
game in a
dive into
second.
that,
But
yeah,
with
but there
the
was
street,
some that was
The
the
Nebraska
Texans-
basketball game yesterday against Maryland.
Yes.
Maryland.
Yeah, on the road in College Park.
I think you might as well say the score.
It was 69-66 Maryland over Nebraska yesterday. And I was in the chat,
You were in one. You were in one.
deservedly so, for how
You
that
were
game
in a
was
mood.
played out. Yeah.
You were.
Bill's-
Why do I even care? Pain, he said. Maryland owns Fred.
That was Sip.
Oh.
Sip said that one, which is true, though.
It's true.
It's true.
They've
That
won
is true.
7 of 8 against
That is true.
Nebraska. Maryland's won 7 of 8 against
Uh,
Nebraska. I don't know if that's all Fred. Is that all Fred?
Maryland.
Maryland.
I think so. I mean, Tim actually did okay against Maryland. Miles did all right with them.
Maryland, they flashed that up late game. Maryland, well, after the game, Maryland's won 7 of 8 against Nebraska.
What else is in the text there, Bill? Anything that's
The big one. Come
repeatable
on,
there?
you're missing the big one.
Well, hang on here. Well, 2-18.
Easy.
Yeah, that's the Big Ten record coming
Now
out.
this was Jake being
Yeah. Yes, we all know this is
extreme.
extreme.
Right.
Yes,
Nebraska's now
yes.
2-5, which
Yeah.
is the
They're
case,
not going to
so
go 2-18. You know that.
Yeah, that's
No,
exactly.
but
We
They'll
know
probably
that.
beat USC
It
on
feels
Wednesday.
like it right now. Feels like that.
Yeah, that's about where we're
No,
at.
no, you missed the big one.
Which one?
I might as well take up knitting.
Yes, I might as well take up knitting. Yes.
Why do I even bother?
Why do I bother?
I said, why do I even have fandom? Fandom has never,
be-
ever
the best
helped me
part was,
out in my
remember,
lifetime.
Jake had a complete meltdown, and I'm like, well, hang on, Jake. The score's tied now. Remember that? It was
I
like,
was trying to breathe
Yeah.
negativity in the
Yeah,
situation.
that's still Jake's plan to win, is to be as negative as we can. And maybe if I'm super negative, then
The energy will swing.
Yes.
Yes,
that's
the
right.
basketball guys will see that I'm upset from Lincoln, and then they're going to flip things around. They're going to understand.
Why bother?
Why bother?
Things Jake could do
Yes.
besides follow Nebraska basketball. He suggested maybe he should
Knitting possibly.
knitting.
Yeah,
What about like skydiving?
I'm going to pass on that one.
What else could he
Yeah.
do?
Yes.
What else could he do?
I don't know.
A lot of things.
Fly little planes, like
Cessna.
yeah, or you know one thing you could do. Drones. You could take up the drone thing.
Okay, I'll put that into consideration about things to do besides watching sports or watching my favorite teams play. It just lets me down all the
It
time.
stinks so bad. So obviously we're all big Husker fans, all big hoops fans. Me and Steve can go back and name a lot of people in the history of Husker hoops.
Thank you. For
I miss a
saying
little bit when I was gone, and there's a section there in the 2000s that I'm unaware of some of the players. But it's also there's this sidebar that when things aren't going well, it is worth it to hear Jake's meltdowns. The text messages are incredible.
I still am a little surprised by him for some reason. I don't know. I'm still sort of weirded out by it because the game was close.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
This game's
2
not
points.
over.
No, it's tied with what?
They made a surprising 9-0 run to tie.
Yes.
They came up, which I was
They
like,
did.
maybe that negative energy made this happen, and then they lost the game, so it
They
didn't
did.
change anything. But yes, These texts happened for years, by the way. This is not just new to the stool.
Yeah.
Sip has been getting these texts for a long time. 2-18. Why do I even watch? Why do I care?
Yeah.
Why do I invest my personal time into getting hurt every week?
Pain.
That's about what it is.
Oh.
No,
Remember, there's one way back. We'll lose by 30. There's no motion. And no one's moving off the ball. He also went with a breakdown. He went with basketball breakdown.
I gave you some hoops breakdown.
He gave some hoops breakdown.
Did, and then Nebraska all of a sudden was up 24-22.
Yeah.
So the game's not over, Jay.
Game's not over,
Jay.
Jay.
Yeah.
The first text came 4 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be. Yeah, it's over.
It's over. It's over.
I did
It's
say
gonna be a
that.
blowout.
Yep. It's the road game at 11
Well,
a.m.
he predicted a 30-point blowout.
I think I said like 95-67
Yeah,
was my guess. So
yeah.
it wasn't that, which is positive, but that was my official prediction was 95-67 Maryland. So I was well off on that.
I was driving, saw the text, was somewhat aware of what was going on, then went into the house, and Nebraska was leading.
You're like, what's going on?
What
It's
happened?
a mess.
It must not be that bad.
No. And then me and Steve did have some funny texts late just about the crowd. It's like, well, they had no chance to win in that environment. It was nuts. Yeah.
You have to take into consideration the raucous crowd.
There was 1,000 people there.
That's being generous, I think.
That may be.
It was a ghost town.
It was at first. It's like, well, it's a 12 a.m. or
noon start.
Noon start.
Ravens were playing,
and it's like, okay, but there'll be a late arriving crowd. It wasn't.
It was a no.
Whoever was
crowd.
there for tip off was all that was there for the rest of the game.
It was a no. Now they said on the radio, Pavelka and Muehlheisen, they estimated. Well, Muehlheisen said 4,000, or Pavelka said 4,000. Muehlheisen said, I think that's generous.
Yeah, I didn't.
So there, at the most, there was 4,000.
It's never good when they show. You can see about 100 or so seats on the broadcast when they're showing the game, and they're more than half empty of the main at the lowest level.
The lowest level,
empty. Nobody.
My first thought was how blessed this team is, or any team at Nebraska. What said Thursday night was a late tip, right? 8 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah.
At that.
Good crowd.
Great crowd.
Great crowd.
I mean, great. Can you imagine an 8 p.m. Tip for Maryland?
Probably not good.
Maybe 100 people.
They never draw really well at all. But I knew yesterday was going to be bad because of the polar vortex, and the Ravens were playing.
Yeah, but at 6:30 that time.
Oh.
5:30 this time. They didn't have the early game. That was Eagles-Rams early game. So they were playing at 5:30 this time, 6:30 East Coast.
But there was the polar situation.
Okay, that's fine.
I love the word polar. I love
polar vortex.
I love polar vortex.
It's gonna be 40 on Wednesday.
We're in the middle of it right now. I'll tell you that.
Well, you asked Bill the question before the show. Is he going to walk Sugar this morning? Because it's -3 degrees outside
he
right
said
now.
Yes.
I will still walk. Yes.
That's impressive commitment, Bill.
I'm not. So it's unimpressive that I've called.
No,
Mike to walk
I
on
feel
it.
like that's what I'm saying.
I think personal.
I believe that your
kind of came at
assessment is proper. I'm saying it's
He called
surprising.
you soft.
Not calling you soft.
All of a sudden, you and Bullet are like.
I think Bullet is happy to not go on a walk today in this weather. But Sugar needs it.
Bullet's a little older.
She's full of energy. I saw it the other day. Full of energy.
Yeah, I'm a little older. I'm not older than you though.
Well, if there's a breeze at all, I will walk with the wind. I will be dropped off. Laura will drop me off. I do not walk into this when it's -20 wind chill. You can't do that.
What do you do?
Yeah.
So she'll pick you up then at the end of the walk.
What's that?
No.
No. Take me and drop me off, and I walk back to the house.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
I'm always en route.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have the wind at your
I'm always
back.
en route. I can. You want an idle chit chat story from?
Yes, please.
From Better Times.
Better Times?
Which I could have went reverse. I didn't think of this. I'm not sure why I didn't come up with this idea. So I'm back somewhere. I'm coaching somewhere, and I'm back in Creighton, and it's weather that was it was like this. It was basically 0 outside. It was horrific. So instead of going out, I wanted to go for a run. Instead of going out and running back like to my parents' house with the wind, I go, I'm going to leave from the house. So I told my dad, I said, listen, I'm going to leave from the house. Here's the route I'm going to go. And I went down the highway. So here's the route I'm taking.
Wait a second. Okay.
It's probably minus.
And you're
minus 15 wind chill.
You are approximately how old?
I'm going to say I'm probably in the 30s. I'm in my 30s.
Young Bill.
And so I said I'm going to go for this run. I said when it hits 40 minutes, I said come get me. So by the time you leave, that means I'll get about a 50-minute run, something like that. That's what I wanted to do. And if you run with the wind, it's shocking how it's not uncomfortable at all.
Yeah.
So I take off. So I can check my watch. I'm going like, okay, where's we're at. And I'm kind of peeking back about that. Dad should be coming.
Nobody.
Nope. Nope. And
Nobody.
here's the deal. You can't stop because you'll freeze to death.
Right.
And no
And
cell
you got to
phone.
keep going.
And no cell phone. So I just keep running. I keep trying to go, next car that I meet or comes by me, I got to wave him down. Because now
it's trouble zone.
I'm over
Danger zone here.
now I'm well over the hour mark.
This is scary.
It's scary. So I'm like, all of a sudden, after I'm going to say I ran it about 75 minutes. Finally, Dad shows up.
Long run.
Dad shows up like that. Pillow lines on his face. Sorry, fell asleep. Fell asleep. Pillow lines on his face.
At least he was honest about it.
He
He could have
did.
lied.
I go.
He nodded off.
He nodded off.
Dozed off. He
Dozed
was
off.
an older gentleman.
Imagine him waking up going, "Oh God, Bill's out there," and it was minus 20 degrees wind chill.
It's a very interesting thought you had, though. I'm going to run. I'm going to run till this time, and you're going to pick me up. You
All
are
I-
very dependent on that
all-
person.
And all I had,
Yes,
all I
yes,
had
you
to
are.
do was, all I had to do was at the time say, "Hey, let's go right now," and drop me off north of town and run back to the house, and then there's no issues.
Wait a second.
Everything's fine. I just went complete opposite on my plan.
The worst case scenario is you would have had to run back into the wind.
I would never have done that. I would have kept running with the wind and stopped a vehicle.
So he knew what your route was
I-
going to be then.
Wouldn't have turned around.
No,
Okay.
he knew the
He
route.
knew the route.
Oh, he
Got
knew
it.
There was
the route.
no
Big thing.
turning
There was
around.
no turning. Oh, absolutely not.
Couldn't have done it?
No, death. That'd have been instant death.
Yeah.
No chance.
That is, God, that's sort of a scary story. I don't know that I have anything like that.
I'm just glad that he admitted I fell asleep. He didn't try to pull, give
No,
you some
well,
sort
he
of
still had
fake
pillow lines
excuse.
on his face.
I
Yeah.
fell asleep. Sorry, Bill.
How old was he at that time? in his
No,
life?
that's that time. We'd have been
58.
no, God, no. He'd been in his 60s.
See,
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
how it goes.
Yeah.
Fall asleep pretty easy.
Yeah, right now, yeah. Yes, I just can't imagine between the two of us. One guy didn't say, "Just how about if I just drop you off and you run back to the house?" Didn't think of that. After that, I did think of that.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do. It's all you had to do.
Thinking ahead can be
That
tough.
was
Why
it.
would you think of that?
I don't know. Didn't. Well,
Human
that-
error.
That's why now. That's why when I walk
Human error.
when I walk Sugar, that's why we get dropped off and we walk back to
That's
the house.
Smart. Oh,
Yeah.
so
We learned
that
from this
is-
situation.
Yes.
okay. There is the
crux.
rub.
The rub.
Interesting.
He learned, though. He
Hey,
learned.
dude, you learn.
Yeah.
I might. Bill, me and Bill talk about this. This is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Renew Auto.
That's right.
David.
Me and Bill have one. I mean, we've agreed on one thing for sure. If there's no wind, I don't care if it's -2. It's
Doesn't
okay
bother.
out.
Doesn't
It's
even
okay.
phase. It's comfortable.
The wind
Matter
is
of
the
fact,
problem.
Wind and sun. I mean, if there's no wind and there's sun and it's -8, I can do it.
Yeah. Do anything twice about
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Fine.
have a nice little brisk walk.
Yeah. Yeah. But if it's -8 with wind,
No
good night.
way.
Good night.
Nope.
No, ain't happening.
Not doing that.
All right, I don't have. And the only other thing I have.
How was OKC? We didn't hear on
It
the
was
radio.
good. There was a lot of oh damn moments in that trip. You're with the kids, and there's a lot of culture shock. There was one oh damn moment I had. You guys don't care about the NBA, which is fine. There was an oh damn moment I had, just an NBA moment, and that was. Are you guys aware that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is probably the third best player in the NBA
I
right
think he's
now?
leading the NBA in scoring.
He is
Number one.
He was
No.
Yeah.
I've never even heard the name.
Okay,
He's
so
from
now there's an
Kentucky.
oh damn
Yeah.
moment I had.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
So we walk in the arena, and we're there. You guys saw the photo. We're
Oh, yeah.
there. We're there.
Early.
You're the first ones in the arena by far.
Well,
Yeah.
no, we're not. I
The
mean,
picture indicated that.
it was.
There was nobody else in the picture. I could see 100 seats.
You sent the picture at like 5:30 for a 7 p.m. game. You
It
were
was
already in the
6:30. To be fair, it
Oh,
was 6:30.
6:30. Okay, that changes
And
some things.
the doors opened at 5, and we were there at 5, and there was a lot of people in line.
Okay.
Big game. And so there was the oh damn moment I had. I thought of Bill because he's a coach, and I thought about scouting players. I didn't know much about. I'm just going to call him SGA,
Mhm.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I didn't know much about it. So we get there, and he's out there doing his own shoot around. Okay, he's out there, and I'm watching him because it's 5 o'clock.
A lot of time.
And I'm thinking, yeah, he's good. I mean, he's a dude. This is a dude. And the way he moves and all that, you're watching it, and the way he's making like 12 threes in a row, and I'm thinking, he's probably 6'2", 6'3", like Jerry West. I was thinking Jerry West. He's probably Jerry
The
West.
logo.
Yeah, the logo size. Jerry was 6'2" or 6'3", depending on when you look it up. The oh damn one was, oh damn, he's 6'6". He's 6'6", and then I understood. Okay, oh damn. This guy is 6'6", and that night he scored 40 points in I think 27 minutes.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
It's pretty efficient.
40 points in 20 seconds. He's a freak of nature. And I had no idea. And the guys were like, yes, Steve, he's the third best guy. He's the third best player in the NBA right now. Giannis, Jokic, and SGA.
Okay. Look at that. NBA knowledge right there.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
6'6".
6'6".
Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Yeah, he moves like he'd be like just a guard at Pender. And then you look, he's like, oh,
can you imagine him in Class C?
Who's that guy?
Hard to stop.
Who's that guy?
Well,
hey, we're going to try to double him some.
The Cavaliers couldn't stop.
No.
They couldn't. I mean, it was bizarre. So that was good. And there's a lot of, I don't know. There's some moments I would share that I've kind of picked up West Coast rap. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Give us an example of that.
The whole thing. Well, now you would be okay with this. Me and Bill are 58 years old. That's 8 hours of travel, or 6 hours one way, 6 hours back, all rap. So I learned a lot about rap.
No 70s
Talking
country.
about current rap then. Current.
Not all current. Not all current. Like Tupac's not current.
No, he's not.
Very much
He's
not
very
current.
much so not current.
So there was, and I've mentioned to you my affinity for West Coast rap. I just like it for some reason. Ice Cube, Eazy-E, Tupac. Come on,
Should I play some more of that for Song of the Day for you?
Snoop.
Play some
Those
Tupac
are
for you.
NWA. It was NWA.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And I like it. I mean, I legitimately like that sound compared to the other sounds. And then we were going to bed. This was an incredible occurrence for me. We were listening to some of it. I demanded it. If we're going to listen to rap, you're going to play some Eazy-E and you're going to play some Cube. I need to hear some.
You
West
demanded
Coast.
that.
Yeah, I need to hear some West Coast. And I like it. I even came to like it more on this trip. And then the Wednesday night, the kids were doing their gaming thing. They play, they game.
Yeah.
And I laid down. I was laying down in the room. And what was on HBO? Straight Outta Compton.
It all makes sense.
It
all made sense.
It was
now.
meant to be.
It was amazing.
Did you watch that then?
Yeah, I didn't. That was the start of that West Coast rap genre. How it
I
came
don't know
to
where
be.
I watched that movie at. I don't know if it was in the theater. It was an incredible movie.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, really good movie.
Thank
I
you,
can't
Bill.
remember where I watched it at.
Yeah. Eazy-E was the guy. Eazy-E was the guy. It wasn't Tupac and Dre and they were, but it was Eazy-E who was the godfather. I didn't know that.
Now you do.
Yeah.
Eric
Wright.
We'll wrap up Idle Chit Chat.
And we better get some hoops
It is an important day for this country. Number one, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
And the stool's back.
And the stool's back. And Inauguration Day today. So big
Mainly
day in
the
country.
stool being
The stool's
back.
back here today.
It's the big story, though, in America, isn't it?
And I think so. Yeah. People are talking about it everywhere. That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Renew. Please call or text David 402-833-3858 or go to renewyourauto.com. They do everything from body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting, spray and bed liners, and more. Renewyourauto.com. We mentioned the text chain during the basketball game of Nebraska, Maryland, but the game itself, Nebraska loses 69-66. That's now 4 straight losses for Nebraska in conference play. They're 2-5 in Big Ten play, 12-6 overall. And
keep talking. I'm grabbing my glasses.
I guess
grab my glasses.
The positive of this game is that they prove they can at least be competent at 11 a.m. on the road, which has not been the case so far in blowout losses at Michigan State in December and at Purdue last week. So if you want a positive, it's that. The problem is that they lost the game and that they battled back from a 9-point deficit late, got it tied up at 66, and then they had 2 straight possessions. They did nothing offensively to close the game. They have a turnover by a bad pass from Ulis to Bryce Williams. It gets picked off. They get a foul there. And then the last possession, I don't know what was happening there, but Asian takes a shot basically on a double clutch from the top of the key, guarded by 2 guys. It was
question.
It was poor offense.
Question. Do you guys remember this? Was there a timeout that preceded that shot?
No, they had a timeout still. They took the timeout when Maryland got the rebound with 1.8 seconds to go. They could have called timeout on that possession. They chose not to.
Okay.
This is a bizarre scene for me, that all of a sudden I ended up watching the post game. I watched the post game Big Ten.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at that time, everyone on the post game show, they went back and watched that play.
Yes.
And John Beilein.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was John Beilein.
And the commentary was very rough.
It was
towards Nebraska.
Yeah, it was they didn't get a
very
good
rough.
shot.
Yeah, their statement was, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know
No,
what
I
I don't know
didn't
what their plan of attack was.
Fred said this. This is what Fred said. Fred Hoiberg is Nebraska's 6th-year head coach. He said the last possession was disappointing. We had an action called, and we had 2 guys in the wrong spot. I've got to call a timeout when we're not organized like that. He's talking about the Essesian miss, where it was like, what happened?
It was clunky. The whole setup was clunky. That 20 seconds.
Bill, you understand that though, right?
Yeah, there's a certain time I'm sure that panics, not only panic, but it's like, okay, do I let it play out? When do I get the timeout? It's very similar to what was happening at the end of the Bears game about 8 weeks ago when the clock kind of ran out on them, and also they couldn't get they had a timeout left, and the clock just ran out on them, and it was that's kind of what it appeared to be like.
Just expect a better shot than that in that situation.
And some of it is, the thought process is don't let the defense get organized.
Right.
That's one of the thought processes but no, they did not get a good look. I thought they had enough time when they first came down, because it wasn't like 17 or 18 seconds when they had the ball. I thought they could have taken it, went and got an easy 2. Easy 2 and be down 1 and say, hey, we're going to foul. They clanked free throws. Right. Maryland did not make free throws.
They missed some down.
And so it's like, if nothing else, they have to make both of them to get it back to 3.
They were missing down.
And so I could have, at first I'm like, take the easy 2.
Yeah. I kind of feel the same way on that.
So you're right, Jake. Nebraska.
They could have scored with 15 seconds possibly and been down 1. Yeah. But they chose not to.
Nebraska was down 64-55 with 6:47 left, and you were probably in full meltdown.
Oh, that was part of the text chain for sure. So here comes 2-18. Here we go. And then they went on a 9-0 run. Yeah, Maryland went quiet on offense. Nebraska was, wasn't a fast comeback, but they came back and got to a tie ball game.
Nebraska outscores Maryland 34-8 in bench points and lose.
Yep.
34-8. That's an advantage. You usually will win that game.
And those numbers, by the way, Andrew Morgan, 17 points on 7-12 shooting. Conor Essesian, 6 points. Sam Hoiberg, 8 points. Hit a big 3 late in that game. A big 3
from the corner.
And then Aaron Eulis, 3 points, 10 assists, by the way, off the bench. Aaron Eulis had his best game. Yeah. Had his best game by far as a Husker yesterday.
He was 10 assists.
Yeah, that's what I said, 10 assists.
Oh, I'm sorry.
3 points and 10 assists for Aaron Eulis.
There's a lot of confusion with my dad. I was with my parents up in Creighton this weekend, and there was confusion with my dad on identifying Sam Hoiberg. He didn't have his headband on. He wasn't wearing his headband.
He was not wearing it yesterday.
Dad wasn't happy with that. He goes, "That's how I identify." That's how I know. Yeah, that's one of the first things I can pick out is the headband. So he was concerned.
I understand that.
Yeah,
but yeah, he didn't. For some reason, he wasn't wearing it. He's been playing well. Jake, I don't know what to tell you. They're in now. Nebraska's in a fix right now. Now, here's the part of the fix. Bill will understand this. In the last 4 games, Nebraska has allowed an average of 14.5 3-point makes per game. You're not winning. I mean, there's good luck. They're allowing an average of 14.5 3-pointers a game. Think about that for a second.
Made.
Made. You're not winning.
Go back to the Rutgers game. Rutgers was not a great 3-point shooting team, and they made 12 or 13 in Nebraska on Thursday night, and of course Maryland 10 of 25 last night or yesterday in College Park.
And the thing about college basketball now, which is very obvious, is that everyone can shoot the 3. People are shooters. They're ready to go. They're just going to pass. They're going down. They're going low post all game. They don't. Nope. Everyone. There's times you watch going low post. Just try to get about 20 shots from the elbow. Nope.
Doesn't usually happen. So I don't know what I don't know what's going on with Nebraska's defense. It's sort of a tricky conversation. Nebraska doubles. Jake, you would say they double down low a lot?
They do. I'm not mad about defense from yesterday. I mean, 69 points is acceptable to allow in a basketball
100, game. 100
compared to 97, 104 they allowed against Iowa and Purdue, and then Rutgers had in the 80s as well.
What did Maryland hit? They hit 10 threes.
10 for 25. They were from 3-point land.
Not good, Jake.
So I'm not mad at the defense yesterday, though. But it's not great. But 69 points, you can win a basketball game allowing that many. Not in these 80s and 90s and the 100s they were allowed the previous 3 games before that, though.
They're also averaging 12.8 turnovers over that stretch, the 4-game losses. That's not – yesterday turnovers were an issue early in the game. Now, the Nebraska kind of they kind of solved that part of it as the game went on. 6 early in the game, and then what they end up with.
Nebraska had 13 turnovers total in the game.
They had a key one late.
Yeah, that's the one that, again, but Nebraska has a chance to go tie it up, and Bryce passes to Aaron Eulis. He passes it right back, and Julian Reese gets his hand in there and steals it away from him at like 28 seconds to go.
Did you think there was a flagrant there, by the way?
No.
I
thought they were reviewing for Bryce for a flagrant.
I was shocked at the length it took.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right away, it's like, that's a common foul. And it was like forever. Then they're talking, and I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional.
They made the right call there.
Okay, so Nebraska now is 2-5.
They play USC on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. here at PBA.
And their next 5, I don't know. You don't want to overreact to this.
Give us some schedule. I love schedule.
Okay,
USC,
here's the schedule.
USC.
Yeah, here's the schedule.
And then
Bill, get ready for
Wisconsin.
This.
Is that right?
USC, the next 5 are critical in my opinion. They're 2-5 right now. Think about it. USC at home, then at Wisconsin. Okay, then Illinois at home. And then at Oregon and at Washington.
Yikes.
I gotta think, even if they win 3, they're still only 5-7, right? Am my math correct?
That's right.
Yeah. If they win 3, they're in a little fix right now, is what I'm telling you.
To win 3 of that would
hard.
You'd be pretty happy with that.
Where are you in your bracketology?
Was that?
Well,
right now?
Billetology, yeah.
Billetology at that, I've got them just out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're out right now.
They've lost 4 straight.
Yeah,
they have to be out.
They're not first
now.
4 out. They're out. They're not in the conversation right now.
It's harsh, but it's true. I mean, they've lost 4 straight games. This stretch, again, was not easy, but it was also not murderer's row. Purdue's a rough game. Yeah, that's a game you circle as an L. The Iowa game on the road, that's winnable. And it was winnable. They were up by 15 points. We know that. Rutgers at home, absolutely winnable. You were an 8.5-point favorite. They have 2 players. Bailey and Harper went off. You had to stop those guys. They couldn't stop them. Maryland's not a great team. They're a good team, not a great team. You could have won that game.
That good. I didn't even.
They're a fine team. They're a tournament conversation team.
Probably. I don't see it. I don't see them as a tournament team. I don't see it.
Well, they're going to lose. You look at their schedule, Jake. You can do this if you want.
Maryland.
You look at their schedule. They're going to lose about 4 straight. Now.
Maryland's next games, they will play at Illinois. That's an L. Okay. Then they will play at Indiana. They can win that game. Indiana stinks right now.
Okay.
It's still a tough one.
Then they host Wisconsin. And then they will play at Ohio State. So they might go 2-2 in that stretch. It's not terrible. It's not horrible.
I'd be surprised if they go 2-2. You would be surprised if they go 2-2.
No, I would not.
Well, the shocking part of this was in conversation on the show, the stool, was that we talked about 12-8, and Steve Rupp, can it get a little better? You did. That was all of our thoughts. It wasn't like we were like making stuff up.
No.
And now it's like
it swung.
To get to 500 will be a battle royal.
Well, they gave up the home win. They had to go 10-0 basically at home in conference, and they lost to Rutgers of all teams. Rutgers at home.
And I mean, they had. Did you mention everything moves fast? So I got to keep up. They gave up a 15. They were up 15 at Iowa.
Again, they were 2-1 in conference play, up 15 points at Iowa in the second half. Looking at a 3-1 start. Great road win. And then you had the Purdue game, of course, probably an L. It was a blowout L. But we said if you go 1-1 in those 2 games, that's a win. To split those 2 games, and they had it and just blew it and gave it up.
And you did not expect the Rutgers.
Nobody saw that
loss. You did not expect that.
And correct me if I'm wrong here.
That's a sigh. Yeah, that was a sigh over here.
It was
fairly healthy, correct?
A healthy sigh.
Nebraska is healthy.
Nebraska. I mean,
they're healthy.
Yeah, it's not. We're just down.
It's not injury problems right now. Everybody's healthy right now. Everybody's playing.
The Rutgers loss, I was shocked walking out of the Oklahoma City game, the Thunder game, that they were down at halftime.
By 3.
Right. I was like, wait a second. We got to get to the whole. I got to see the second half. This is bizarre. And you're right. No, they don't. Those are 2 NBA guys. They got Harper and Bailey.
Oh, they're lottery picks, but
projected
still.
top 5 picks. Now, Jake, you guys, this is an unpopular stance with everybody I talk to. I don't think they're just those 2 guys. They have a couple other guys that aren't bad. The guy named Williams is pretty good.
He's okay.
Yeah, and they have that number 99. He's actually number 99.
I think his last name is Martini.
Yeah, he can shoot a little bit.
99 is such a weird number.
They're not.
Just the fact we got 99. You want it? I'll take it.
Why is he wearing 99?
I'm good with that.
So
we only have 1
stupid.
number left. How many is there? There's 12 guys on the team. So, well, I don't know. Just give me 99.
Why not?
His name is Martini.
Yeah.
Martini's his last
I
name.
just want how do they do that? How do they do that?
99.
Foul on 99 when the refs do that.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you're right. Harper and Bailey. Harper, they say like a second pick. That type of guy.
They're both his like top 5 picks potentially. Both of them. Ace Bailey is a stud.
Yeah,
Harper's really good. Oh, they're so.
See, right now,
They
I'm
were
just gonna
fun.
tell you right now. If I'm the general manager, I'm taking Harper. Taking Harper over Bailey.
Well, they're both fun to watch. Harper is probably the better player.
I would too, Bill.
Yes. Thank you.
But
How about that, Jake?
I think Bailey.
2 guys who play point guard.
I think Bailey.
2 point guards.
I think
from high
Bailey
school
also
basketball.
will be a
play
very
ball.
good pro. He'll be a very good pro also. But you thought Rutgers would give you a push. You didn't think they'd beat you on your home, especially with 20 straight home wins that you've had. And now,
no.
Yeah, and now you come back for USC, but now you've lost that invincibility feeling.
When is
at
USC
home.
again, Jake?
8:00 Wednesday night here in
8 o'clock. Oh,
another late game.
what are the chances of seeing me there?
I have to be there.
Yeah, I know.
BTN 8:00 on Wednesday.
What is up with the 8:00 tips? I mean, the game at Oklahoma City was over, and Nebraska was starting the second half. I mean, like, God,
That's a tough start.
That is rough.
yeah, it's a rough start, and this whole thing is rough. And Bill alluded to this earlier, and this is not a rant, but these moments, I mean, it's hitting me harder now than it's ever hit me about Nebraska basketball. Bill, you've been following it for 50 years.
Yeah, I have.
I've been following it. I can tell you I've been following it for at least 52. I mean, I very vividly remember the Cipriano years. This is
Carl McPipe.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Carl McPipe, Jack Moore.
Brian Carr.
It's insanity, Jake. It's 52 years of thinking this is the year. This is the year where it's not just Nebraska going to eke out a first round win, which they haven't done.
Never have.
How about just a run? How about a little run in the NCAA tournament? How about this is the year where they not only win one, they might win a couple.
Yeah.
I mean,
the year they were
they win the
Big
Big 8 tournament. They win the Big 8 tournament.
They were a 3 seed and lost to Xavier in the dance as a 3 seed in the 90s.
I did. I remember it. I remember it vividly.
50 years.
It's 52 years of this. Yes. Now it's hit me this year harder than it's ever hit me. Where I'm like, what am I doing? How does this even work? That a program can go that long with that much mediocrity. How is it even possible?
In your 52 years, how many NCAA tournament bids? 8?
I think it's 8. I think it's 8.
Calls, Bill. I think it is 8.
8 total. That's also pathetic. The fact you've made it 8 times in 50 some years.
52 years of this. I mean, think about it. It's insanity.
It doesn't have to be like this.
Or does it?
Why does it have? Why? Why are we
cursed?
Like
why, God, why?
It does have to be like this, I think. That's the problem.
The other thing, too, if you go back to when Steve became a fan, was that always had incredible facilities.
Mm-hmm.
The Bob was incredible when it was built.
It was.
And so
Thank you for saying that.
It was it wasn't like, well, just playing, it was
modern.
No, it was incredible. The Devaney
cigarette tax.
It was incredible. Cigarette tax.
It was a cigarette tax.
It was incredible.
So they built that thing. And it's not a facilities issue. I read on our message board, for a long time, the athletic department just didn't support the basketball team. I don't believe that. I don't buy that. I think it's somewhat, you just haven't. Now, I'm not saying this about Fred, but they haven't had the right head coach, obviously. Because what is it?
I don't know. What you've seen over these 50 some years is 2 16 seeds beat a 1 seed in the dance. You've seen George Mason make the Final Four.
Jake's good at this.
Yeah.
You've seen VCU make the Final Four twice.
Mm-hmm. San Diego State.
You saw Florida Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
Win a game in the tournament. But Nebraska can't even get there at all.
They can't get there. They can't get a win. And we will celebrate like no tomorrow if they just make the tournament. That doesn't happen at Florida Gulf Coast.
No, it doesn't happen anywhere.
They made the tournament, big deal. You got to win. I don't know.
They win a single game. There's a parade down O Street for winning a game.
I know. Trust me.
And I'd be there leading the way happily.
The Grand Marshal. Jake Sorensen.
We did it. Too much. Can't
How
have
about a
nice
little
things.
run in the NCAA tournament?
It's too much to ask for, apparently. It's too much.
Well, it's not over this year. That's
No,
not it. They
no,
can get hot.
no.
They can
But
get hot.
it better happen now because they're in big trouble at this moment.
Yeah, we agree on that.
All three of us, when you were on vacation, Schaefer came in. And he was in early at that, and all three of us agreed that Rutgers was a must-win.
Didn't win it.
You can't get a bigger must-win than this USC game. I mean, you
You
can't.
gotta beat USC
Because I don't.
I'm not pushing back. You got to win it. You got to win it.
You have that game, then you're going to Wisconsin. I don't know how you'd rally.
Now, here's the thing.
And you
Bill.
host Illinois, who's very, very,
Here's
very
the
good.
thing, Bill, and you hear this all the time, but it's so true. The Big Ten, while it isn't blessed with like an incredible team right now, it seems like every game is hard.
Yeah.
Minnesota just beat Michigan.
Right. Exactly.
Those and that wasn't like that wasn't like a 2-day story.
No.
It was a 30-second
It's
blip.
a really hard
It's
league.
like, oh, and then Minnesota upset Michigan. It's like, okay, yeah, it happens. It happens.
It's a really hard league. The league is very deep, and there's no real easy game. God, it's like, I mean, Fred's job is very difficult.
It's a deep league for sure. No incredible teams, but also a lot of very, very good, solid teams in the Big Ten. Before I get to break, after all that misery,
what would happen to
I'm
your
pretty
body?
hungry right now. I'm hungry.
Who else would be hungry?
Sip, Bill,
I'm famished.
Steve, probably Ellie over here. Hungry.
Emily.
She told me about that.
Yeah, that was odd.
Hey, you know what? Ellie is also a member of the Planet Fitness that I.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you guys should go to Early Bird for breakfast or brunch or lunch today.
Get some protein.
Yeah, because
Get protein.
scrambled eggs
What
and
would
Busch
protein
Light.
be? Like, what would you eat?
Eggs would be protein.
Eggs is a good start.
It'd be a great. Your pancakes, not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Not so
Kinda
much.
doughy.
Carbs.
Yeah.
Carbs
More
there.
carb based. Yes.
How about a breakfast burrito? How about chicken fried steak, which is what, Bill?
Smothered.
Variety of pancakes, banana, blueberry, maybe huckleberry, strawberry, and of course,
Strawberry.
the world famous hash holes.
Hash hole.
Hash holes.
Get there today at 19th and K. Lots of free parking also in Omaha and Iowa. Early bird breakfast, brunch, and lunch, 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. every single day.
Bill, free parking.
Free parking.
Lots of free
in
parking.
Big
A lot.
spots.
A lot.
It's really hard to park the truck.
When
It
we
is.
when we come back, the Lions blew it against the Commanders, and an epic game last night in Buffalo. We'll say about it next early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Abby with Midwest Bank. Stop by our new location at 70th and Pioneers. Our new full-service branch does it all. From our friendly staff to our easy online banking and mobile app, you get all the technology of a big bank that you need, but you still get the hometown customer service that you want. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Fierce Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Fierce Cheese Spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, Why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fuhr's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table. Ever wonder what it's like to work for a company that actually cares? At Lincoln Industries, they're revolutionizing local manufacturing while taking care of their most valuable asset, their people. When you join their team, you'll enjoy comprehensive health coverage, wellness initiatives that work around your life, and benefits that show they're serious about your future. Plus, you'll be a part of a proud manufacturing tradition right here in the community. Don't just take their word for it. Visit LincolnIndustries.com to see all their current opportunities and find out why their people love calling Lincoln Industries home. Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Limitless Mail has redefined the little blue pill with our new ED trochees that melt in your mouth, delivering faster results so you can be spontaneous again. Once you try the Limitless Mail trochee, you won't go back to the little blue pill. Our trochees go right to the source through your bloodstream, leading to quicker, harder results. To experience the difference for yourself and your partner, schedule a free consult with the men's health experts at limitlessmail.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break
Simple, you are an idiot.
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Segment 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids. Do you want to learn more about boosting ROI
I do.
on your farm?
I want
Join
money.
Beck's Hybrids at their annual PFR Insight meetings. They'll break down unbiased research on the latest ag products and farming practices. Today, you should contact, who do you want to contact today? I think we should contact Colby. No, let's do Jeremy Thielen from Jet Seed Services in Schuyler. Call Jeremy and the squad at 402-615-0433. Again, that's
Steve, that's your
Jeremy
area.
Thielen at
Schuyler.
Jet Seed Services.
What is that, 15 miles?
At the most.
At the most.
From
At the most.
Columbus, east.
So anyone from Columbus can just buzz over there today. And he'll also provide a free lunch if you stop over. He'll provide a free lunch. Now, that's incredible.
In Schuyler.
And unbiased. Some people don't do that. They do biased. Not them. They do unbiased. And that's how Sonny wants it. And that's what's going on in Schuyler today.
Sonny,
Bex.
the Sonny, God, I know you probably don't like the word culture, but I got to think Sonny's culture is incredible.
I think it's very crystal clear how it works.
How's that?
There's no questions.
There's just no. I mean, as far as just everything being above board, team, everything about the team, positivity. Yes,
well,
everything.
It helps when you're
Give
making
back.
a ton of money.
All they care about is giving back. No one has a better rewards program than Bex. Nobody. I mean, people are getting new trucks. They're getting trucks. They're getting boats delivered to their house. Yeah. they give back? It could be easy to say, like, well, no, we're not doing that. They
New
do it.
trucks and boats.
Me and Jake saw the gear. Me and Jake
It's
saw
amazing.
the gear.
I saw a golf simulator upstairs.
Yeah,
They had a golf simulator you could buy and get from rewards at Beck's.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a pretty big deal. Speaking of, before we get to the NFL, and speaking of rewards from Beck's, I meant to give this to Bill 2 months ago. Now, Bill, Sip, you'll have something in the next month or so, I promise. But I had a gift I was supposed to give Bill before Christmas, courtesy of Taylor, brother-in-law Taylor, and my friend Scott Sandmaster.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of Beck's.
This is
All
fun.
right. Yeah, we got this is the this is a glass of bourbon. Now, the reason why this bourbon's being given to you, a bottle of bourbon, is because it's made with Beck's seed. Beck's 6158 corn seed. So they thought because this was made with Beck's, this should be for Bill. So they bought this bottle of bourbon for you, Bill, because because it was made with Beck's seed. That's from Taylor and Scott.
Taylor and Scott,
a late
thank
Christmas
you.
gift. Sip will have something for you in the next week or so. I promise.
okay.
I promise.
Grain to glass. Heaven Hill from Beck's.
Yep, it's Beck's seed.
What is Sonny not doing?
Yeah, they do everything.
Look at that. And it's a cork too.
That's nice.
There's a big difference when you have a cork bottle.
It's a nice bottle of bourbon
game
there.
changer. That's a game changer.
What a gift.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Son.
Thank you, Sonny. He never stops giving.
Nope.
Thank
Even
you.
Bourbon.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good gift there.
Boats.
Boats and bourbon.
Trucks,
That's what they do.
bourbon.
It's a pretty good deal. So there you go.
All right.
Thank you.
NFL playoffs this weekend. There was one major upset that happened. That was on Saturday night. The Lions were 9-point favorites, which is high for any NFL game, especially a playoff game. And they give away the ball 5 times, five turnovers to 0 for Washington. The Commanders, with the rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels, go into Detroit and win 45-31, ripping the hearts out of Lions fans across the country. And in their own building, that was impressive to watch, but also rough to watch for that fan base. But this is the first time. Yeah.
How do you win?
4 picks and a strip sack in Commanders territory early on in that game.
They have points wrapped up and they get strip sacked.
Yep.
And then they right before halftime, it's like just get the 3 points and go down a touchdown. You're in great shape. Nope, throw another pick. Then they throw a pick 6. There was a wide open guy that they could have checked the ball down to. And then the quarterback, I don't know how he finished the game because he got lit up on the return.
Jared Goff,
should have been a penalty. Should have been a penalty. Wouldn't have taken away the touchdown.
Did you see that hit? It took him off of his feet.
He got rocked.
Both feet.
Chin,
he was midair.
Helmet under the chin.
He got rocked.
And you see how his back of his head hit, which is usually the concussion city. That's when concussions come, just the whiplash of how a head hits.
Midair. He was airborne. Bill, that sport that you participate in, Daniels
just go back and watch that.
James Daniels went airborne at one point. He had a couple.
He had a couple into the side. It was like, whoa.
Yeah, he got blew up airborne, both feet off ground. Jaden Daniels, by the way, Bill was all over him in college. Whoa. Talk about speed.
Speed and accuracy. And
he's accurate.
He's one of the top quarterbacks against the blitz, which would be the answer is like, well, he's a rookie. Blitz him. Not so fast. And he can get away. He gets out of trouble. Just remarkable. But as well as he played, if they don't turn it over, they still win. I think the Lions still win if they don't turn it over at the rate they turned it over.
They had the best
5-0.
I mean,
they had the
5-0.
Who was the best player on the field? Was it Daniels or Gibbs?
I don't know. Daniels.
I'm going Jaden Daniels.
Because he touched the ball every play.
But Gibbs is awesome, though.
There was times when they would hand the ball off the Lions and they would just run for 30 yards. They were just
Gibbs.
They
really
had
good.
it's so the first loss ever where a team had in the playoffs. I don't know if it was a 1 seed or not, but where they had 300 yards passing and 200 yards rushing, and they lost.
Yeah,
200 yards rushing in the NFL
usually
is insane.
Usually
number.
W.
The Lions had 521 yards and lost this football game.
How many turnovers lost?
5-0 on turnovers.
Oh, that you lose.
Yeah.
And you know, going in for the Commanders, it's going to be a high-scoring game. We can't keep them down on the. We got to score a bunch of points. We got to get turnovers, and they did exactly that.
Well, if you say going in, we'll win the turnover battle 5-0.
We'd better win this game then. We better
win
this
the
game.
game, right?
There was a couple times that I couldn't figure out exactly schematic-wise that The one touchdown to McLaurin, who's a great young man.
Incredible.
He was at Ohio
Incredible
State
player.
when I was there. Just a great,
He was at Ohio State?
yeah, great person, great young man.
He's a Buckeye.
Yeah, he's a Buckeye. He's a great
First-round
player
draft
and
pick.
great person. But anyway, when they threw the screen to him, I mean, it was 3-on-2. They blitzed. They came. They brought an edge blitz, but it was there was 3 guys out there, and they only had 2.
Yep.
They blocked 2, and they just ran for a touchdown, like 70 yards.
It was beautiful.
Schematic wise, you were completely.
Yep.
It wasn't like, well, if it was a zero blitz, you'd at least have bodies out there. And so schematic wise, they took that one on the chin.
So they have McLaurin, Eckler, Jaden Daniels. Who else?
De'Ami Brown, receiver.
Yeah.
And he had
Those are the main
6
guys.
for 98.
So those are
game.
the main guys.
Zach Ertz was good in the game.
Ertz is excellent.
Yeah.
Tight end.
5
excellent.
catches, 28 yards, and a
Go-to
touchdown.
tight end.
Yep, still good. Jamison Crowder, 2 catches. Not much there, but Brian Robinson's okay running back.
He goes to Ertz on third down a lot. That's what you do. Okay, then the game yesterday was incredible.
Yeah, the game last night, the Bills, Bills beat the Ravens 27-25. This was a crazy game. As you thought it'd be a crazy game, but the Bills are up by 8. They're up by 5, and then the Ravens get a nice pass to the Bills side of the field. Mark Andrews loses the ball.
Fumbled. Ball got punched out.
Punched out.
Yeah, punched out.
A couple things on that one, which you never want to take away someone's stinger and let them play. But in general, tight ends are catching the ball and getting upfield. He tried to make kind of a fancy cutback move, and I'm like, I don't know where this is going to go. Usually a tight end is going to be, I'm going to take this catch and I'm going to get up the field, cover the ball up and go, and then just gets it punched out. And
Got punched out.
I thought it was a bizarre move by him.
Here, Bill, let's stop there. Is it maybe because Zay Flowers is hurt, Bateman was hurt? Are the tight ends maybe trying to do a little bit more than they?
I don't know. They already had 27 yards locked up. You know, I mean, it was like,
you see what I'm saying, though?
It wasn't. I wouldn't have been like, I wouldn't have lost my mind with him at all. But it's kind of like, it's not normal. Usually, tight ends are going to turn upfield and get upfield. That's just generally what you see.
Good play by the defender.
So Bills didn't get a field goal in that position, and then so they're up by 8. Ravens push it down the field. They score.
Here they come.
They score a touchdown.
Yep.
On third down.
I think it's a 25-yard pass.
Bought time forever.
Yeah, he took. Yeah, that's Lamar is great at that. Obviously,
can't say the name of the guy who caught it. Made a great get his name. Made a great catch in the end zone. Slide across.
It was Isaiah Likely.
Yep.
And then Mark Andrews, who had the fumble in the fourth quarter on a throw to the corner of the end zone, the front corner, just drops the ball wide open. You got to make that catch.
Yeah, it was it wasn't a perfect throw, but it was good enough. There's no one saying, "Well, you can't." That'd have been a miracle catch. Nope.
He's one of the top tight ends in the NFL.
I also thought, it was like a 51-49, but I'm like, when they scored the last time, when they scored to have a chance to tie the game by going for 2, I thought they maybe chased the points early in the third quarter, and so. You're watching that, and at the end of the game, you're going like, man, I wish we'd have kicked that extra point, and all we're going to kick this to tie it up. That was a little early, but it wasn't like buffoonery. I wasn't like, oh, you can't do that. That's dumb. But usually it's a little bit later, but they felt that was the decision to go for it. So it wasn't crazy, but I thought it was. I go, man, they had to make a hard decision where they're going to go for 2 right here. The shocking part a little bit, too, was that they threw the ball in that play after they just ran the ball right down their throat.
Yep.
I mean, they had.
I wondered about that too.
I'm kind of like, I'm like, how about giving the ball to
22?
They could not
22?
stop them.
How about 22?
How about 22 from the 2? I'm like,
I wondered about that too. I did.
They could not stop them. They had 60 yards rushing that touchdown drive when the Ravens went up down by 2.
Right, and they were running
in the third quarter.
It was a little hit and miss, but it was generally hit in Baltimore's run game late in that game.
What they have rushing in that game?
Baltimore had rushing. They had 176.
Big number. Yeah. And hey, the Bills ran it well
yards
too.
Per carry.
Dalvin Cook ran it well.
Oh
too.
yeah,
James Cook.
Why do I call him Dalvin?
Dalvin is a former NFL running back
from FSU.
That's right.
Yeah. I would say this.
Are they brothers?
They're related. They are related.
Both.
Did you say that with
100%? I am sure they are related. Yes.
Okay. Well, it's his brother. He's from Georgia. That'd be
okay.
His brother played at Georgia,
but they ran.
James Cook. We're talking about James Cook.
Yes,
he thought it was Dalvin.
I'm sorry, I said Dalvin.
I would say
Bill,
this.
I said Dalvin. I'm sorry.
Both sides of the ball, the running backs ran extremely angry.
Hard.
I mean, they looked angry
and good,
and it was like that. It was like, okay, you want some of this? You want to come tackle it? It was on, and they And on the other side, there was violence to the football.
It was an
incredible game. And just what it looked like on TV. Oh,
the
it was
NFL
great.
playoffs are incredible. And Bill's right. And you better be able to run in those situations. You're not winning in this time of year in that cold if you can't run the ball. You also got to have a quarterback that can drive it down the field.
We'll look at the other two games
via his arm.
We'll look at the other two games in the second hour round of time here. Before we come back, Song of the Day and Bill's Thrills.
The
on
Thrills.
Early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Hey farmers, join Boyk Farm Outfitters at Precision Planning's Winter Conference, happening January 22nd and 23rd at Innovation Campus in Lincoln. At Winter Conference, they'll cover topics like fertilizer inputs, weed management, spraying technologies, and priorities of the planter pass, to name a few. It's your chance to see new research that'll put you and your farm ahead of the curve, and it's free to attend. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this event's for you. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot today.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Husker fans, this season, Nebraska is celebrating 50 years of Husker women's basketball, and they need you to help celebrate. You've shown up for women's hoops from the start and continue to prove that Nebraska fans really are the best in the nation. On Sunday, January 26th, the Huskers face Big Ten opponent Ohio State, and they're calling on all Husker fans to help pack PVA so they can celebrate 50 years of Husker women's hoops together. Get your tickets now and be a part of this historic season. For event and ticket information, go to huskers.com/tickets.
happens. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy and cold with an afternoon high of just 10. Tonight, mainly clear skies and a very cold night with a low of 8 below. Tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies, it'll be breezy and warmer, the high near 26. I'm meteorologist Kyle, like 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
but you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day. We're not going to have time for the chorus there. Time for Me to Fly by
Jeez,
REO
Jake, thanks for cutting
Speedwagon.
it short. I wasn't enjoying it.
1978.
What year?
1978.
Oh.
464-5685. 1 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
It's a song of liberation. It's time for me to fly. Sorry, I'm out. It's a beautiful rock song, isn't it? Isn't it?
Well, it came out during transformation time of 8-track to cassette. They had them, so that was right in the window when it would have came out on an 8-track, and there was also cassette sold of it.
What was the album?
Yeah, what was the name of that album?
Was that High Infidelity? Or was that before High Infidelity?
I'm not sure.
Heyman, where are you when we need
that?
You?
Would have been right in between, right when we were going to cassette.
It was you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
Now, Jake, if you can please continue your research. Was that before High Infidelity? I think Bill's nailing this.
Hang on. I'm trying to.
High Infidelity I bought on cassette. Is what I'm getting.
Album. 1978. Okay,
it was before.
High Infidelity.
High Infidelity was after 78.
Yeah. You could have.
Yeah, 1980. Correct.
You could have purchased both of these. Either, like I said, you would have purchased them. I got it on an 8-track, and you also got it on a cassette. It was right in that window. If you bought it right when it came out, probably still would have been 8-track. Better times.
Way better times.
Way better times.
I bought High Infidelity on a cassette, and it was one of my first cassettes with the Tom Petty album.
Did you have a Pioneer stereo?
No,
Pioneer.
No, I didn't. I wasn't. No, I don't know what I had. I don't remember.
Alpine.
Maybe I had a little box. I had a little like boom box.
So you had in your Jeep?
No, I had it in my room,
in your
bedroom.
Oh, the bedroom. I'm talking about your vehicle.
No, I didn't. I just had like a crappy player in my.
I had the little one. I had the little cassette player.
Yeah, we weren't. Me and you didn't have big sound.
Well, I had when it was 8-track though. It's called Loudmouth 2. And that was AM, FM, 8-track. And I would put it in the window in the bathroom and open the window up and then play. It would play out into the driveway where I shot hoops.
Was Tamara okay with that?
She's okay with that. So all of a sudden, just imagine how loud I had it playing. Imagine my mom in the house like that. If you walked into the bathroom, it would just blow your ears out because I got my Loudmouth 2 8-track player in the window with the window open, and sometimes it'd be pretty chilly outside. So all of a sudden, like, hey, we got to put the window down.
It's freezing.
Because there's no power outside. The only place I had power was out the window.
Sometimes would you be playing that song?
Yes, that song would be playing.
Time for me to fly.
Yes, I'd be cranking out some 8 tracks. Yes. Oh, better times.
Very liberating song. Better times. Really high score on that. I mean, it's an anthem. It's a gorgeous anthem. It's rock and roll. It is a 9.2.
Whoa. In the nines. Nice.
91111.
Good job, Bill.
Is Ellie going to be that high?
She won't quite get this. I'm going to go 6'4".
4.3.
Ellie, what?
Now she's starting to really, have some flair here.
Now,
a lot of nines.
She would cater. There's no catering anymore.
She gave me a 10 last week for a song. Gave me a 10.
What was that song?
That was forgetting what it was. But she gave me a 10. No, it was for Detroit Rock City.
Oh, Detroit Rock City,
She
yes.
gave me a 10.
It's a great song.
Detroit
But
Rock
that song
City.
right there, you nailed it, Jake. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see what
the
radio
text line.
Yeah.
What about YouTube?
What's Bird say?
Well, on YouTube, I see Graham 8.5, not Graham, but Graham. Will says that's an easy 10.
Easy.
Kevin 8. Bolt better times 8.777. He says there.
Bolt.
Text line. East Lincoln West a 7. Double G 9.67. Jared in Nashville 8.1.
Nashville.
Pat in Waverly 7.5. 7.2 from Vern in Dakin.
Vern.
Nebraska Sledder 5.8. McLean solid 9 on that one. Joe and Boulder 7. Hookler 1.
Wow,
One
Bird.
for
Bird, that's disturbing.
Followed
to me.
by Corey saying
Our friend.
1 Speedwagon blows. Not an
No.
REO fan.
No, I love
Wait
REO.
a second. Bird and Corey,
Both gave it 1. Yep, both
they
of them.
consult before they did this?
They're back-to-back texts.
Wouldn't
too, so
shock
at the
me.
same time.
But there's a secret thread between those two. It wouldn't shock me at all.
We go with today a 1.
Yes,
Yeah, go with a 1
do
today.
A 1. Yeah.
They're always in the same score.
The wagon blows?
That's what he said. He said
Does not.
Brett and Bertrand a 6. Bill and Bennett 8.45. Mike and Dalton a 6. Ron 3.9. It's not Ron Busch. Different Ron.
Different Ron.
What
Anything
would Ron Busch give that song?
that song there? It'd probably be about right at the 4 to 5. Yeah.
Okay.
He likes things from the late 40s and
The
early
late
50s.
40s. Should play some
Big
40s
band.
for Ron. I'll play some big
Play
band
some
for
big
Ron
band and he'll
sometime.
love it.
All right. I could do that. I could do
Lawrence
that.
Welk. Be in the wheelhouse.
It is time for a Monday edition of Bill's Thrills. Let's fire it up here on a Football Facts Monday.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom
Yes.
bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it gonna be a bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation to plan your financial future today. Bill, what do you have for us on a Monday?
Well, I appreciate those guys.
The advisors.
I'm telling you right now,
cash cows.
last year, all their investors, their return was 9.5. The rate there, the return rate. So that's pretty good.
That's pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
Happy
So if you want to
people.
get part of that, if you want to be in the middle of that, if you want to make a lot of money, the cash cows will get it done. Oh, we got a change up, guys. We're going to do a mugaboo. Mugaboo.
Oh.
Monday bugaboo.
Oh,
I'll take it.
Yeah. A bonus.
I'll take it.
A mugaboo
Okay, good.
bonus.
Let's do this.
Okay. Today's game day is lame day. Today's game day
Whoa.
is lame day. Without the fans, we have no sport. This is crap. Playing the national championship game on a Monday night. When's the NFL? When's the Super Bowl?
Sunday.
What's the main day they play?
Sunday.
Sundays. There's always outliers. When do they play college football? What's the main day?
Saturday.
That's when the game's supposed to be. This Monday is horrific.
Ooh.
Didn't bother me when I was coaching in the game, but I'm telling you, what would you have on Saturdays? House parties, gatherings in people's garages. I'll watch the fourth quarter tonight from my bed. From bed. I mean, seriously. No, there's no getting together. Are we getting together tonight to watch the game?
No.
No, it's on a
It'd be too
Monday.
late.
It'd be too late. What are we doing on Mondays? Stop it. It's complete mayhem.
I have a moral problem tonight, a moral dilemma tonight. We'll talk about that later, but go ahead.
I've never been, this has been something that has me worked up for a long, long time.
Really?
Because games, I mean, and I wish, I understand football. I understand Sunday, the Super Bowl Sunday. I get all that. I'm almost the same way with that because but that's now turned into it used to be more of an afternoon game, late afternoon. No, it's primetime game now.
It's pretty much.
So, but by the time it gets to it, but tonight, I mean, there's no one getting together. Can you imagine the game
Time of the game, please.
On a Saturday? I mean, the game's it's 6:30, so it's about a 6:45, 6:50 kick.
Yep, 6:30.
But there's no one getting together. You think Brewski's going to be packed tonight? No, it's a Monday. Everybody's going to work the next day. You can't tell me you can't figure out how to have a national championship game on Saturday. On Saturday, the NFL figures out how to have it on Sunday, their main day. So this Monday stuff, I don't like it at all.
You don't like it, Jake? Have you ever railed against it?
I have not railed against it, but I really do not like it at all. It is terrible.
Think about it. It's Monday right now. When I watch the game, this is a Saturday. The build up to it, whatever's going on, all those things, and it's like there would be gatherings, people in garages watching the game. It's not now. It's kind of getting watch it. Everybody kind of watched by himself. Oh yeah, I watched. You watch? Yeah, I watched. That was it. That's about it. Wrapped it up.
No epic.
No, there's no
all.
epic anything.
Went to bed right after it was over.
I watched it.
Yeah,
I caught it.
There's a chance. There's a chance too. Like I said, you may not even catch. If one team kind of had, I think the guy kind of won. Just turn the TV off. Let's go to bed. Let's shut it down. No,
I don't disagree.
And then any of the post game stuff or the interviews.
Oh, it's over.
You're not watching.
You're not watching any of that stuff.
Unless you want to stay up till 11:30.
You want to stay up till midnight watching all this stuff. It's a mugaboo.
Mugaboo.
No. Oh,
do we still get a Tuesday bugaboo?
Yeah, we still have. There's some things that got
You
me
at one
worked
point
up.
wanted a bugaboo every day.
Every day. Things.
So this is
a lot of things
trending
bother
that
me.
way now.
That's what's fun about me and Sip. We're getting older. A lot of things bother us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everything's a bugaboo.
Everything bothers me.
Every day. I just walk around just in a
The Monday
mugaboo.
thing bothers me a little bit. The moral dilemma I have is Cashton plays tonight. Reserves play tonight at 7:15. What do you do? I told him I'd go. I mean, I don't know what to do.
At 7:15.
7:15.
Another.
See, Bill, it's right in line with what you're saying.
Everything here, it's a mess.
right in line with what you're saying. The rest of the world's going on. I don't know.
College football was not built for Monday.
Monday
It just
night,
wasn't.
6:30.
It was not built for it.
It's a weird
when
start
it's all. When are the NFC and AFC championship games next week? Sunday. When's the Super Bowl? 2 Sundays.
Are those games on Sunday?
They are both on Sunday.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's their day.
What a day
College
that's
football
gonna be.
day is on that.
What a day that's going to be, by the way.
College football plays one game on Monday, whatever it is, Labor Day
that's it.
weekend.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. One game, but that's their day. And you can't tell me that you can't, through all this time, you can't organize it like that. And also, just think about this: we've got Martin Luther King Day, we got the national championship, and the inauguration on the same day.
Yeah, I'm with you on this.
I mean,
it's a lot.
Everyone, when they set those dates, they knew. And to not be able to have this thing work out for us to be played on a Saturday, but it's been on Monday for a long time. But when was it better times, Steve? When the game was on January 1st. That was the national championship. You remember that? Let's watch the Orange Bowl, see what happens. January 1.
I remember that.
Better times.
Better times.
Yes. Anything from the text line, Jake?
Don says, "Amen, Bill. This is stupid to have a Monday night."
Odd. It's not that hard to fix.
6:45, you figure?
It's not like, well, it's always been on Wednesday. No, we're off 2 days. Just fix it. It's not that hard.
I don't
Eric
disagree.
says 100 on this one. 100.
I don't disagree. Tonight, you're saying 6:45, 6:50 start.
Yeah, it says 6:30 when the broadcast started, but yeah, it'd be right before 7 o'clock when the kickoff happens.
Mugaboo. Yeah, it's. I will say this. So it was. I thought I'm glad they're playing this one in Atlanta because when I was at LSU, we played in the SEC championship there, and then in the first round of the playoffs, the Peach Bowl was there. So so tonight, I know what the two teams are kind of going through, where they pull up to the stadium, where they enter, all the thing, what it's like. So I have a vision in my head. If it's at like Hard Rock in Miami, I've never been there, so I don't have a visual in my head.
What's your vision
of what it looks like?
What's your vision?
It's a weird vibe there.
Is it?
There's nothing around it at all. It's Miami's such a big area, and this place is just right by itself.
I've been there too.
You know what I'm talking about? There's nothing around it.
Also, with
You're right. There's nothing.
In Miami Gardens, whatever that is.
There's a lot of talk of like the no fun zone of like for the playoffs. There's really no tailgating or things of that nature. Where that year that at LSU it was in New Orleans, so the stadium was. I mean, you're basically the people just walked from Bourbon Street to the stadium. So there was a tailgate. It was complete mayhem at all times. But not so much.
Not Atlanta, really.
Atlanta, it's a nice setup though. It's a really good setup, and I kind of have the visual of what the locker room was like and what all those things were like.
So your suggestion is Saturday.
Well, this is the problem though with the NFL. The NFL has claimed Saturday for the first and second rounds of the playoffs.
That's the problem, Bill.
That's the issue.
So what do?
You can still work through it somehow. There has to be a way.
Well, the NFL could do noon and 3:30, and then you could have a 7 p.m. college title game. You could have a full day of football. That is feasible. That's possible.
What a day that would be.
Possible. The headline again, Bill.
What's that? Hang on.
Now I will have to for planning purposes. Do you recommend that I skip the Southeast Reserves game for show purposes? Because I think I'm going to have to tell Cash. Look, I do a radio show where I'm going to.
It's the national championship.
Right.
Cashton.
I think I'm just going to.
What do you understand?
You're going to have to see it, I believe.
Yeah, I kind of.
That was like
that.
last night. 'Cause I got home super late, but Laura had the game. We just rewound it.
So your counsel is
I
to tell Cash and no go on this game.
But I think he'd understand.
I think he'd understand that. I think
It's the title
because
game.
you have to talk about it in
game.
great detail. Today's game day is lame day.
Mugaboo.
That is a Mugaboo Monday, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Hour 2 next. Speaking of the game, let's break it down. Who's going to win this game? Ohio State 8.5 point favorite. Will they cover and win? That's up next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Hey farmers, join Boyk Farm Outfitters at Precision Planning's Winter Conference happening January 22nd and 23rd at Innovation Campus in Lincoln. At Winter Conference, they'll cover topics like fertilizer inputs, weed management, spraying technologies, and priorities of the planter pass, to name a few. It's your chance to see new research that'll put you and your farm ahead of the curve, and it's free to attend. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this event's for you. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot today. M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. The end of season clearance is going on now with up to 50% off. Stop in now for best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coat, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln or their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe. Husker fans, this season, Nebraska is celebrating 50 years of Husker women's basketball, and they need you to help celebrate. You've shown up for women's hoops from the start and continue to prove that Nebraska fans really are the best in the nation. On Sunday, January 26th, the Huskers face Big Ten opponent Ohio State, and they're calling on all Husker fans to help pack PBA so they can celebrate 50 years of Husker women's hoops together. Get your tickets now and be a part of this historic season. For event and ticket information, go to huskers.com/tickets.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and is currently searching for journeyman plumbers to join their team. Experience is preferred, but not required for all applicants. When you join the team at Davis Plumbing, you'll receive full benefits package with paid time off. Join a small local business doing big things in Lincoln and surrounding areas. Apply today by calling 402-525-6922 or find them on social media. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. Also at 70th and Pioneers. I believe you told us that is Shin Daddy off today, Bill, or not?
He's not.
Oh.
He was going to be
Okay.
off. He was going to be off, but he felt that I said, I tell you what, I'm going to hold it till tomorrow. Because he did a preparation thing today. Today was a prep day.
Okay.
So he's not doing the actual event until tomorrow. So I do want to hold off because today was prep day. And so I was going to hit up on that.
Smart.
We're just going to hold off on that because
He's not going to the inauguration.
The bank is closed. The bank is closed.
Okay.
But my point is that he did some work on it. Yeah. So I'll hit that tomorrow.
All
So
right.
today was prep day.
Great.
Yes, today was prep day.
I thought you were going to tell me he went to the inauguration.
It's shocking he's not there. It really is shocking that he's not there.
invited.
Didn't make it to D.C.
Yeah.
Anyway, so nothing today.
No.
Banks are closed.
They are
This is a
closed, yeah.
strange day in the world, right? in the U.S.? Because what's open and what's not, I don't know.
Well, anything federal.
Just banks?
Banks, and the
post
office is closed today.
For sure.
Schools are out.
Schools are out today.
Schools are definitely out.
100, as they should be. Yes.
Okay. Some people work, though.
So we're working right now.
A lot of people are working.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those federal holidays.
Yeah, it is.
This can throw some confusion, but definitely banks are closed.
They are closed, yes.
Okay.
Got it. 464-5685, call or text.
That wasn't awkward. It's just a weird day.
It is. Who's
Some
working
people
and who's
bank
not?
this holiday.
I think restaurants are open today.
It was
most are.
I would think so.
It was a
Bird?
It was
Bird's open.
In the world of recruiting, today was a day of heavy organization because schools would be out, but you could be on the road recruiting. So you'd be going to see kids in their house,
in their homes,
maybe like at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. But I remember this very clearly.
Weird.
Making a drive from the Bay Area to Sacramento on Martin Luther King Day, and I caught a radio station. They just started from historical of Martin Luther King. And it was about a 4-hour drive for me. Wherever I was going, it was about a 4-hour drive. It was a 4-hour documentary on air. And it was incredible. I loved listening to that. Oh, God, I was at New Mexico State. So this was way back when. We're still in the 90s.
In that area, then.
We're still in the 90s. I had the Bay Area. I was going to Sacramento. And I'd also worked down through the Delta to down through that area. But it was, like I said, it was remarkable to have that kind of time for 4 hours.
4 hours.
And then
drive.
but the documentary on Martin Luther King was just remarkable. I remember it's a chance that was the fastest 4 hours I ever had to drive. And talk about being happy. And I thought you have a cup of coffee or something you're driving. It was at night. It was I remember that. I'd already got done with the home visit. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna drive. I'm gonna drive from the Bay Area to Sacramento and through some traffic and stuff. But it was a incredible day.
A night of inspiration for you.
Yes, it was.
A night of inspiration.
Is that better times?
Yes. Better times. Yes, better times.
Making sure, better times.
Yes, better times.
464-5685,
Everything's
call
better
or text as always. Tonight is the championship in college football. Buckeyes, as Ohio State, 8.5-point favorites as of this morning against Notre Dame this evening. While Marcus Freeman's Notre Dame team beat Penn State 27-24 to make the finals. They've had a great season after their loss to NIU early in September. Are we going with the spread tonight, or what are our thoughts on the game? Ohio State, Notre Dame, 6:30 p.m. on ESPN. Sip?
You don't feel like this is like remember, guys, do you remember the 2013 BCS championship? You remember that? Notre Dame played Alabama?
Yes.
And it was, you just figured if Notre Dame could hang around, it would be great. Yeah, game was never a game. I don't think we're looking at that tonight. I think Notre Dame, there's enough there, and there's enough. Ohio State has shown enough vulnerability that you think Notre Dame can make this a game.
Well, the one thing that Ohio State's had, they've had a couple clunkers. There's been some.
Michigan was a clunker. Nebraska was a clunker.
They need a clunker.
Hell, Texas was sort of a clunker, right?
A little bit. I mean, when you talked about their star receiver having one catch for 3 yards.
They didn't run the ball either.
No, didn't run it well. But anyway, like I said, there's a chance that it could be interesting. I don't believe it will.
Really?
I think it'll get away late. I think the numbers will hold up. That it'll be over 8.5.
Do you think the formula is what Texas did, which is keep it close, try to win it in the fourth?
Oh, absolutely. You want to huddle, use the clock. I believe everyone feels that the more talented team is Ohio State. I think everyone feels that. It's like they have
100
that they feel so.
Oh, they're definitely more.
You want to slow but there are so many interesting. Just think about this, head coach wise. If Ryan Day loses, it's right back to square one. They lost to Michigan 4 in a row. They've lost. They get no credit for anything they've done to this point, in my opinion.
Come on, not
zero
beating
credit.
Oregon, not whipping Oregon in the Rose Bowl.
Nope, they got to win it all. Remember, I said that earlier. So they got to win the whole
Not
damn
whipping
thing.
Tennessee.
Nope. None of it
Whipping
matters.
Tennessee.
None of it matters. They got to win. And if Notre Dame loses, it's still kind of like, it's a good season.
Yeah.
They're still when they're the difference is Ryan Day is walking around Ohio State campus. It's not if they lose, it's like, hey, nice job rallying them back. Nope. If Notre Dame campus walking around, Marcus Freeman's walking around, everybody's praising him.
Does he get cut? Ryan Day, a little slack here
He gets a little. No, not really. They got to win it all. There's still people are still upset that they didn't beat Michigan.
This would be 3 losses for Ohio
It would
State.
be.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the issue.
However,
the issue.
But one was in the title game, though.
Yeah. So
The national title.
There's a bunch going on in that situation. The next part that comes up is the quarterback situation. Both transfers.
Yeah, Riley Leonard.
Both transfers. One of them, Will Howard, was kicked out of K-State.
Not kicked out, but
Totally
lost
was
his
no
job.
longer. Yeah, it was no longer. They're going a different direction.
He didn't do anything
Stay
wrong.
if you want, but your NIL money will not be the same. We're
Right.
going a different direction. And so he basically gets kind of nudged out, and now he's on the edge of a national championship. So I think that is remarkable with what's going on. Also the coaching. I think that part is stands to me. You got Denbrock versus Knowles. You got 2 veteran dudes.
Tim Brock, the offensive coordinator for Notre Dame, versus Jim Knowles, the defensive coordinator for Ohio State.
I think that's it. And the matchup of Chip Kelly versus Al Golden.
Al Golden, who's not aged gracefully. Chip.
He is not.
Yeah.
Oh, he is not at all.
That's
That's
don't know
true.
what happened.
So
I
Chip
don't either.
Kelly. Chip Kelly has had a great postseason.
Yes, and then
Except against Texas, not as much.
in both of them, feel like if I'm Knowles, I'm like, well, I have an extremely talented defense. Offense for Ohio State, extremely talented. On both sides, I would take that side. On both sides, I'm taking Ohio State on both sides of those. But some very veteran guys that will give them a very good chance. I mean, the part that stands out the most about Notre Dame is they have been so beat up. They have lost so many players and
2 offensive linemen
and have hung in there. They have hung in there. So you just pray it's a game. I don't see how it will be. I really don't.
It's just the way you see it will be is what you referred to. Ohio State has shown vulnerability. They ran for 81 yards against Texas. That's all they got. That surprised me. I thought they'd
With
run
those
the
2
ball
running
up.
backs, yes.
With those 2, they only got 81. Just vulnerability against Michigan, vulnerability against Nebraska, obviously, vulnerability against Texas. I mean, you called it. Texas, that game, even though it ended up a 2-touchdown game, they were on the Ohio State was on the ropes.
It was 1st and 1 at the 1.
Right.
Right. 1st and 1 at the 1.
They
Now
were
it's touchdown the other way.
Yep.
Then also
And that was to
right
tie.
before halftime, it's
Yes.
like, hey, 28 seconds to give up an 80-yard or 75-yard screen pass for a touchdown,
Correct.
unblocked. I mean, untouched.
Yep.
I mean, so
That
the
was
game.
bad.
I mean, so they had several chances. Texas had several chances to be able to handle things. But I think you're going to see some extreme coaching, some really good coaching.
Watch the what do you call it? The middle 8 minutes. Notre Dame has been dominant in the middle 8 minutes in the postseason. 30-6 advantage in the final 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. That's coaching. A lot of that's coaching.
You go in the fourth quarter tied, it'll get tight. Ohio State, I mean, if someone just says just pick the winner, it's going to be 94-6. Everyone's going to take Ohio State to win. Of course. When you take the points out, they take the points out of it. Who's going to win the game?
Just straight up.
Just straight up. It's Ohio State. There's no one that I think Notre Dame's. Now, does everybody have faith in them? Do they can have a chance to be in the fight? I really hope so. I hope it's a great game. And I don't think it's going to be something like the Georgia TCU.
That would suck. Yeah, 65-7. That was a fun time.
Yeah,
Notre Dame's too good for that. Their special teams are too good for that. They have their special teams are about the best in the country.
They're really good.
Yeah, they can hang around. I think as long as they don't give up. How important is it for Notre Dame not to give up the crushing big plays, like the Travion Henderson screen pass?
Oh, it's huge.
Right.
Like I said, and they will play. If I'm Ohio State, I'm trying to play fast. I have got a lot of playmakers, and I want to try to get as many snaps as I can. And Notre Dame is just the opposite. How can we get this game in this? How many
grind it?
50 to 60 snaps of offensive football.
Grind.
That's what you'd like to see. And Ohio State wants to be about like 85, so they'd like to have.
So So Notre Dame's got to force some turnovers, play really well on special teams, win the middle of the game. I mean, that's
I think the biggest thing is win the first 8 minutes because if they can match everything right away. If all of a sudden this thing turns into a 14-0, 17-0, not good.
Trouble.
Really trouble. But you have some elite coaches. They really do. They'll have some elite coaches to have their squads ready to go.
Right. You mentioned the middle 8, Sip. I mean, I think back to the game against Penn State. Notre Dame ran the ball very well out of halftime. Jeremiah Love
and was getting 8, 9, 10 yards. And then, they scored, made it 10-10. They were down 10-0, got the field goal, make it 10-3 before half, and then get the touchdown. Jeremiah Love's been great all year long. He's only had one game he's not scored a touchdown in. One. Jeez. That's it. Yeah, he's incredibly important for Notre Dame. Can they establish the run against a very good Buckeyes front? That's huge.
Riley Leonard's gonna have to make plays with his legs. We
said that the other day. Absolutely,
he'll have to. There's no way Notre Dame can win without him doing that. He will too. He'll make plays with his legs. He's a tough runner.
They'll be able to scheme some things up, but just like I said, the matchup's not good. The matchup's not good. When you just say, okay, let's just take this.
No,
it's not a good matchup. But I guess. And then you just wonder too, how can they keep the momentum, Notre Dame? Because they've been quite a. I mean, they got cast off. Was it week 2 that Northern Illinois beat them?
It was week 2.
Week 2.
Yep.
And they've won every game since.
Jake, if you were a Notre Dame fan, that Northern Illinois game would have been trouble for you.
Yes, that would have been troublesome.
Imagine the text thread after that one.
Well, think about how well they
2-10 this year.
Yeah, they've done it
because we on the stool talked about it at length. That was a horrifying loss for Notre Dame to lose to Northern Illinois.
Yeah, there's 5 minutes to go in the game. It's 2nd and 1, and they take a shot. Just run the football. When they took the shot and threw the interception on 2nd and 1, they ran it back to the 50. I mean, they get the first down right there. I mean, at best, Northern Illinois is going to get the ball back with maybe a minute or 2 to go from their own 10. Instead, they intercept the ball, run it back. That was one of those times where there was an offensive coordinator error. He wanted to score a touchdown. It was a 1-point game at that, whatever it was at that time. He wanted to do what? He wanted to be like, we need to score a touchdown. This looks bad. We look really bad right now. So just being like, we look bad. Who cares? Get a first down. Get one more first down. The game's over. And they took a shot and threw a bad ball, and it cost them.
Go ahead.
You look at the over/under in this game and the spread. They're predicting about a Ohio State 27-17 or 27-20 type of win tonight. Was what the spread plus the over/under looks like.
Sounds about right to me.
27-20, 27-17.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't.
The Notre Dame has the ability to cover. That's what they do. Now, Texas played everything very soft. They played. That's not what Notre Dame does. Notre Dame is way more is a man coverage. So then the question is, how can they do on the outside against their really good receivers?
Jeremiah Smith and
Egbuka.
And they got Carnell Lake going too.
Yeah. Tate.
Yeah.
Carnell Lake. Who's Carnell Lake? Carnell Tate is going well too. He is. Yeah, they got it.
It's a Monday night game. It's awesome.
Bill cannot wait to watch football tonight on Monday.
Go to bed at halftime, watch the second half in bed, and try to get to sleep right away. Watch no press conferences. I'd probably watch press conferences if Notre Dame pulls because this upset would be massive. This would be a massive upset. I don't know. Probably the next biggest upset was when Ohio State beat Miami, whatever that year was, 2002.
Long time ago.
Craig Krenzel, the quarterback.
Was that Krenzel?
And Maurice Clarett, the running back for Ohio State.
Yeah. Tell me the last time there was a huge upset.
Was that it?
In the Natty.
Was that it?
Because usually by the time you get to the last 2 teams.
You're talking about SEC teams.
Because last year, Michigan was the favorite over Washington. It was the upset of them beating Bama to make the championship.
We haven't
game.
given voice to the fact that the Big Ten is poised to have back-to-back national championship.
Oh, that'll be big. The TV's like walking around right now.
Peacocking.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Is the conversation marred by the cheating scandal at Michigan?
It really just kind of went away. No, I don't.
Okay,
I don't
forgot about it.
Yeah,
I totally agree. Think about that. Think about it. Nobody, you don't hear that a lot. Like, oh yeah, Michigan cheated it. You don't hear that.
No.
Think about that now. That's informative.
Quiet story. Yeah.
Well, no, it's the way it goes. Is what it is. I mean, nobody's saying Michigan didn't really earn it. Yeah, they earned it.
Yeah.
Champs. Yeah. Before we get to break,
but I ran into coaches that will skewer me for saying that coaches. There's old time coaches that have confronted me and said Michigan cheated for that championship. And they're angry. They'll direct their anger towards you for giving them a pass.
There's a lot to it. I mean, like I said, there's a lot to it. I mean, there's people who have came out and said that yes, he paid me to go to games and film the other sideline. I was paid. He's the one who organized it. He had me go to the games and film. And it's still to this day, no one has ever acknowledged he was on the sideline of the Central Michigan game. No one's ever But the best part was McElwain's like, bring it to the bottom of this.
And never heard.
There's not been a word said about it.
All.
But he's no longer coaching.
Nope.
There's that.
McElwain's not?
No, he's not. He retired. Yeah.
Was that intentionally for all this?
I don't know. There and people lost. And there were late fires off the set. Like, it's real simple. Like I said, there's a guy on the sideline. It would literally take a staff meeting in about 45 seconds. All right, this guy's on the sideline. How did he get on the sideline? Let me know. I'll be in my office. Is it crystal clear that I will be let known in 45 seconds how he's on the sideline, what was going on? Or at the same time, they worked together at Michigan, the head coach.
McElwain.
But there's never even been an acknowledgement of it.
Like
Cornell Lake.
But everyone knows he was there. He was on the sideline. He was on the sideline.
100.
But it's never.
But you got to get to the bottom of this.
Never got to the bottom of it. It's never. It's
not Watergate.
No,
I mean, come on.
And also, he's in your gear. He's wearing your gear, and he's got sunglasses on at night.
That's right.
Yes. Interesting.
It is. Before we get to break, the words you don't want to hear in IT are what, Bill?
I've been hacked.
Ooh. No, those are bad words. If you don't want to be hacked, you want to prevent that, please call our friends at Applied Connective Technologies. They're in all 93 counties of the state. 93 of 93. Very, very high retention rate. Almost 100%, Bill.
Yes.
Almost 100%.
And they
retention.
are very involved in the inauguration today, too. Very involved with that. Yes. Well, yes, there's a lot of security.
Yep.
There's a lot of security. Cybersecurity.
Absolutely.
So right now they are very involved with this.
They're involved in our national security.
National security.
Wow.
Right here.
It's a big deal.
Right
Think
here.
about that for a second.
Think about that. Applied Connect.
You want that kind of security for your own business or personal life? I give them a call or go to appliedconnective.com for a free consultation today. One-stop shop. All your IT needs. Applied Connective Technologies.
Thank you.
Hey, by the way, Cornell Lake, according to Chris Raff, Texan, Cornell Lake was a safety for the Steelers. Thank you.
Thank you, Raff.
I did know that.
Did you?
I do. I knew he played safety.
We're talking about Cornell Tate tonight.
Tate.
And they got him going.
He's had a good postseason. He has.
Monday night game. Can't wait.
You'll be in bed in the fourth quarter.
When we come
watching
back,
the interviews, no, turn the TV off.
Peeking over the covers.
Yeah.
Update on portal activity.
Portal
next on early break on the
Portal.
ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln or their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. Family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. The end of season clearance is going on now with up to 50% off. Stop in now for best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coat, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Salt Mine City is now open at 8th and R in the Haymarket. Come check out Lincoln's newest brewery with 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager, Brick Street Amber Wheat, and so many more. There's daily drink specials like $1 off Moscow Mules on Tuesdays, $6 IPAs on Fridays, and $6 Bloody Marys on Saturdays. Stop by Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m., Fridays 4 to 11 p.m., Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sundays from noon to 8 p.m. It's Salt Mine City, Lincoln's newest brewery at 8th and R.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Men's health is not a game at Limitless Male. It's serious medicine. We're not a West Coast franchise with a one-size-fits-all approach. Every man is different. Some men require more or less testosterone to feel their best. At Limitless Male, we safely monitor your labs and symptoms along the way and adjust your treatment as needed. The only thing cookie cutter about Limitless Male, the incredible results men brag about. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmale.com.
This
Well, good morning, little brother.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We'll get to the portal activity news in a second. I forgot to mention the other scores from the NFL playoffs. We gave you the Ravens-Bills score, 27-25. Bills beat the Ravens. Gave you the 45-31 Commanders over the Lions. Also in the NFL, you had the Chiefs in a yawner beat the Texans 23-14. And the Eagles 28-22 over the Rams in the snow of Philadelphia yesterday. Decent game there. Rams came back.
I got to see parts of it.
Yeah. Made it interesting there. Rams did. But Eagles win 28-22. They're on to play the Commanders at home.
What a game.
Next Sunday.
Think about that area. Philadelphia's proximity to Washington, D.C.
NFC East rivalry.
Ooh, that's going to be epic.
Yeah, that'd be a fun place to be in the stands.
Oh, yeah.
And they've had some good games this year too. When they played both times.
Saquon Barkley, Bill. Now listen. When he was at Penn State, I was in the press box when they played Nebraska, and it was freak show city. He's a freak, and now he's taken his act to the NFL. He's a freak. And I'm talking about explosiveness, speed and explosiveness.
Agreed.
It was weird. Like you saw it. You were a coach. You saw certain players that were just different than everybody.
Yeah.
His gear, he was just wired up different. And that's what you're seeing now. Yeah. He hits home runs all the time. He's hitting home runs in the NFL now.
You have a chance if you're the Commanders with the quarterback. You have a chance.
Speed.
You have a chance. He can make enough plays himself, get out of trouble, do some things.
You know why he's interesting to me, Bill? Jaden Daniels is who we're talking about. He's small. I mean, he's tall, but he's
tiny.
Oh, I agree.
Light.
I was saying something the other day where I was watching. I think it was with my dad. I was talking. I said, "I go, just look how slight he is.
Little
so
guy.
skinny.
Yeah, So skinny, and he takes some shots, but he never takes a real shot. I mean, he's taking some real shots, but he escapes a lot of different things, and he almost is like I said, he's got such agility that it does. He is slight.
He's little,
yeah,
but he must be tougher than hell. And
there's no courage issues there.
No, he stands in there against the blitz, like you said. He dissects the blitz really well.
You mentioned Saquon Barkley before. Last
Home run
game
hitter.
yesterday, 26 carries, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns. He just kept the narrative of the regular season going where you can't stop me. 78-yard run to put the game kind of on ice toward the end. The Rams still had a chance to win, but 205 yards in the postseason.
That's what'll be interesting with the game. Because remember, even though they had 5 turnovers, the Lions had over 500 yards of offense.
That's right, 521.
I mean, they had 200 yards rushing, and that's not Barkley. And so that'll be. But now Gibbs is really good. Don't get me
Gibbs
wrong.
is a freak.
Yeah,
he's so
Gibbs
fast.
has become a freak.
So fast.
He's so fast.
Fast, and he's very instinctive. I mean, his cuts are incredible. But Barkley, I don't know, when you think of freaks, I think of like Ricky Williams that I saw over the years where he's just different. Ricky Williams was different. Remember how big and fast he was? Barkley's not as big, but he's weirdly fast.
Your early lines out for the championship games.
Tell us.
Eagles are a 5.5-point favorite against the Commanders. That's 2:00 on Fox on Sunday. And the Chiefs are 1.5-point favorites against the Bills at 5:30 on CBS.
Would you miss that game? The Bills Chiefs game?
No.
Can't
wait.
miss that.
Can't wait to watch.
You don't miss that game. That game will feel like it lasts an hour. There'll be so much drama. You can't miss that game. It'll be incredible.
Chiefs offense still is not overly impressive, but their defense just makes plays. They just make us so many plays.
Who you
They
taking,
blocked
Jake?
the field goal again in the game against the Texans.
Who are you taking at Arrowhead?
I think the Bills are a scarier football team than the Chiefs, but the Chiefs just don't lose. They just don't lose football games.
The Bills haven't been in this position, the AFC Championship game, since 2020.
Yes, and they blew that game against the Chiefs.
That's 2020. I didn't know it's been that long for them.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait. I kind of wanted to. I'm big fans of Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator for the Bills, so I wanted them to do well. But I really like watching the Ravens play. I just love watching. I love watching them. So I kind of wanted them to move on. So I kind of wanted to see that.
Oh,
game.
You wanted the Ravens to win?
Yeah. I mean, just like I said, it's 51-49. Because like I said, I'm a good friends with Joe Brady, and so I'm a big fan of the Bills also. But I just love watching the Ravens. I absolutely love.
They're
watching
incredible to
bully
watch.
ball.
Yeah.
They run the ball so well.
Yeah.
And Lamar, again, don't forget this season he had 41 touchdowns and 4 picks. He also ran the
God.
ball. 41 touchdowns.
41 and 4.
And he ran for probably 800 yards too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not fair.
No, then you see number 22 whipping off big games late in that game.
Yeah.
Like, jeez.
He's an animal.
Yeah, their backup number 43 is pretty good.
Oh,
Justice Hill.
Really good.
Justice Hill, yeah.
And he's a big,
And
tough
they're
runner.
not afraid to give him the ball either.
Bill was right. They run angry. They run.
Yeah.
Playoff football is weird to me. It's so good. Like now those guys are really playing now. Like it's on. And the run games are hard to deal with.
There was a time in the Texans Chiefs game where it was like I think there's about 3 minutes gone in the fourth quarter, and both teams had only had the ball once in the second half. That was
right?
The Texans went on a touchdown drive. It was over. It was like 10:45. Then the Bills came in. I mean, the Chiefs came back and went down the field to score. It was incredible. I mean, literally both had the ball one time. They had a drive for over 10 minutes.
Jeez.
The Texans did over 10 minutes.
Texans are good.
It was.
So you're of the mind that the Chiefs maybe get some breaks from the Zebras?
Like as we talked about, there's been all the memes. Is that right? There's tons of them out there about the breaks, and it seemed real.
Jake, is it real?
Real. It seemed real.
Well, there was Bill referred to. There's a play where Mahomes is kind of dancing around in the pocket, then he scrambles, and then he gets hit in the ground, and they call him a personal foul. Was the helmet? They
just call it unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, as he's dancing around in the
and
pocket,
all of a sudden he kind of drops. You got to. He's at the sideline, runs, steps back, drops. They go to tackle him. Boom. And it was like, whoa. Well, and Aikman went crazy. Aikman went crazy on the play.
Did.
He's like, this.
Are you kidding me?
This cannot happen. It sure. There's some calls. You just go, wow. There's some wow calls.
Couple transfer portal.
Yes, there's
items.
the NFL update. Give the update before we get to the game.
I mean, not even
portal activity.
Yeah, portal activity,
Yes.
roster activity. Deshaun Singleton announces Friday night. This is not portal activity. This is roster activity. Deshaun
Fair.
Singleton, senior safety, announces Friday night on Insta that he will return. We had gotten wind of that actually several days ago. He made it official. So I would say he's a starter. I mean, he'll be back. He'll probably reclaim his starting job. And then it didn't last long for Marquise Groves Killebrew, who was the Arizona defensive back transfer. He left.
Went back to Arizona, right?
Was he ever actually here?
Yes, he was here.
He was here physically here.
He was physically here. He had moved to Lincoln over the weekend after a couple days. And this is according to Sean Callahan, he and Inu decided to go in separate directions. It's the world we're in. Nebraska.
And then Shiaz Pete also.
Shiaz Pete, Kentucky. It was Michigan, Nebraska. Shiaz Pete, the left tackle from New Mexico State, high priced, $1.4 million, $1.5 million. That's what he commands. Michigan, Nebraska going back and forth. And suddenly Kentucky comes in. Kentucky swoops in late, makes up a lot of ground, and gets him. I don't know. There's no, Shiaz Pete hasn't been interviewed. I don't know exactly what the line of thinking was. I don't know. I don't know if it's a pure money issue. God only knows what Kentucky gave him. Kentucky now, there's this thing called Sanford Oil, the Sanford Oil Company, which has funded Kentucky basketball for years now, apparently is doing it for football. So there's money. They're moneyed. And that's it for that. Nebraska reportedly was looking at a couple guys, one from Michigan, one from Troy. I don't think that's materializing. Neither visited campus. So that's where we're at. Is there anything else? Isaiah Garcia Castaneda went into the portal. He was the wide receiver. I think what we're talking about.
He was in it before and then came back again, right?
This
before
is a seventh-year guy. Yeah,
I was just going to say, how is he?
Bill, this will be a seventh.
How many years does he
season.
have?
This will be a seventh season.
I thought he was done.
Yeah. Now there's going to always be.
He turns 24 on August 31.
College.
I'll make one quick statement on that. This is just me, so I'm not.
Please.
Don't think I'm talking the spirit of about anyone in person or Huskers or that. I just don't think college sports is to last forever. I just
7 years.
I don't like it. I don't like the. It's like, well, there's one more, then there's this, and then there's this. It's like, no. The best way to do it, which is the proposal right now, is that you get 5 years of eligibility, and then that should be it. Like there's no medical, there's no anything. You get 5 years of eligibility from the time it starts to the time it ends. That's how I think it should be.
Lane Kiffin agrees with you.
I mean, I do not, but I mean, there's not one part of me thinks that there should be somebody that's 18 years old and somebody that's 26 in college. And that like something going. There was a couple that went. I think not. There's a player from Miami. I thought was in his ninth year.
That's correct. The ninth year for a guy named McCormick. I think Cam McCormick, something like that.
Because right now
they're making money.
Because right now it's just like if you just challenged anything, the NCAA, what do they say? Yep. Right. But until you get down to some collective bargaining agreement where you get some sort of agreement between the two, because right now the NCAA is like, well, I suppose you're going to sue us, right? If you don't get this, and then that's the part of it. But I do not believe that it should go on forever.
Well, see now, what happened? You understand what happened though. Garcia Castaneda gets this extra year because he played a year at Saddleback College.
Yeah.
So it's a community college, and then Diego Pavia, he won that. He won the lawsuit.
And that's how Singleton got it also.
Yeah.
Same.
They won the law. He won the lawsuit, so the junior college years don't count. So that's going to add years to guys' That's going to add a year of opportunity or 2 years of opportunity. Whatever
I'm just not a fan. I love the plan if they ever come out and just say you get 5, because right now you get 4 1/4. You get 4 games without bothering your redshirt year.
Right.
So you can play
4 1/4.
You get 4 1/4 like that. Just give them 5, and you're eligible to play all 5. You can play. You can be a 5-year starter. That's fine. But don't come asking for
7 years.
The next year.
That is your roster and portal activity update.
Game show time.
It's time to play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-568-5. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today's topic is Big Ten basketball players. What schools do they play for?
Oh, we got
20
this.
up. You got 18
we got
options
this,
here.
Bill. We got
0
Actually,
chance.
17.
No,
I won't give you
watch
the rest.
games. You watch.
Will there be any Nebraska players?
No. So you have 17
Then I'm in
schools
trouble.
No, you'll be all
That
right.
actually helps out.
You always
Take a team
surprise
out.
yourself. You'll do it again.
If you think you know your Big Ten current basketball players, call us up right now, 464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
We have a line open. A lot of people may be off work today. They're not up listening right now to call for the game
Martin
show.
Luther King.
It's your chance if you're on the stream to call in.
Nice.
402-464-5685. Current Big Ten basketball players. This should be pretty easy.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
I'll give you the player's name. What school in the Big Ten does he go to? It
We'll be
obviously
all right.
won't be Nebraska, so you have 17 options here.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Waiting
Counting
for
on
a
you.
call.
If it
Waiting
was
for a
like
call.
1979, I'd get them all.
Greg Kelser.
What's that? Michigan State.
See how easy that is?
Layup.
Brilliant. 402-464-5685. Don't be scared.
I
you
understand.
went
I
three-
understand the fear.
You were 3-0 last week before you went on your trip.
Hey, how'd you do?
Well, Schaefer lost on Thursday.
Yeah.
It was
I had to
shut
leave.
up.
I left right before the show, so
Yeah.
which is normal. And then Jake's horrible
I did Western movies. on
Western
Friday.
movies. Let's do Western movies.
I didn't do Seinfeld 5.0.
Yeah.
I might come back next
It was
time.
horrible. It was one of the worst.
You got a question right. You got Blazing Saddles
I
right.
did. I did.
Good job.
All right, we've got
Alex.
Alex. Alex, how do you feel about Big Ten basketball players today?
Not too sure about it. But
Good,
we'll see how it
thank
goes.
you. All right, well, Bill's a lifeline for Sip for one question. Alex, first question goes to you. What Big Ten team does Brooks Barnheiser play for?
Got it. 100.
Northwestern.
Brilliant.
Northwestern is
Yeah,
correct.
I think.
good.
Yeah.
He's averaging like 17 points
Huh,
a game, something
he's
like
good.
that. 1-0 lead for Alex. Sip first
Big
question.
forward, Jake.
What Big Ten team does Bruce Thornton play for?
Don't know that one, Bill. Bruce Thornton. Okay, maybe I get
These, by the way, all of these players are in the top 15 of scoring in
Oh,
the
thanks
conference.
for rubbing it in. Bruce Thornton.
Well, it's not Northwestern. It's not Nebraska. So take the other 16.
Like Thor, T8, Bruce
Come
Thornton.
on, I might be able to figure this out.
I can't.
5 seconds.
I mean, I know some. There's not.
4, 3,
I'll say Michigan.
2.
I like the guess. I'm fine with the guess.
It is not Michigan. Do you want that, Alex, or not?
Yes, I remember him playing at PBA last year. Was that Ohio State?
Brilliant.
Yes, and he got really hot in the Big Ten tournament as well. Bruce
Oh, we're
Thornton.
screwed, Bill.
Yeah.
2-0 lead. Alex for the win. Last question. What Big Ten team does Great Osabor play for?
No idea.
Yes, the first name is Great, G-R-E-A-T.
Oh.
E-A-T. Great. Great Osabor. Alex. What team?
I'm just going to guess and say Oregon.
No.
You can really bring us back here, Steve.
You have to go for this. You're down 2-0.
Washington.
Now, where'd that come from?
Yeah. Just studies it. Here we go. We got a chance.
Yeah, we're in it.
We're in it.
This is to force the tiebreaker. Last Bills in play. 2-1.
Where did I get it? Washington was on the Big Ten Network last week playing somebody. And I was
Probably
watching.
Michigan. You watched that? I was watching that too. What Big Ten team does Jaden Akins play for? These are all high-scoring players here.
Damn it. You just don't make it easy, do you?
No, he doesn't.
Jaden Akins. He doesn't play for Maryland. He wasn't playing on that team. He doesn't play for Indiana. He doesn't
Trying to weed
play
him out.
for Michigan State. He doesn't play for Iowa.
Sure, it wasn't. Did he play for Purdue?
No.
5 seconds.
100% no.
Now we're down to about 10.
I know.
We're down to about 10.
Jaden Akins?
5.
You sure it was this year?
4.
I'll go Oregon.
In your muttering, you said one of the teams, Michigan State, is where he's from. He's a Spartan. Yeah, Jaden Akins, averaging like 14 points a game. So, Alex, congrats. You win bagels.
That's
for
fun,
calling
Jake.
in and calling another. Every time you lose,
Had a blast.
we got 3 out of the 4 questions.
I didn't know
right.
any of them. I was dead. I didn't know
Thanks,
any
Alex.
of them.
Nice try. All right, Bill. This is
Good
for you
job by
then.
Alex.
Bill, how many Big Ten players are averaging more than 10 points per game on the season?
A lot.
10.
A lot. There's 18 teams, Bill.
28.
Sip.
Oh, no, more than that.
What would you put it at?
Hold on.
Trying to do some math on this?
Yeah.
Oh, you can bring some math into the equation. Bill has said 28
I'm going to say
players.
50.
62 players are averaging 10 points or more on the season. So
You figure 3 a game, 3 a team.
I did do pretty good math there.
3 a
that's
team.
okay.
I was so distraught over the game, too. I really couldn't rally back.
Well, tomorrow we'll try it.
I haven't
again.
got
Alex wins the bagels today. Thanks for calling
Let's do
in.
Western movies
He gets
again,
the
Jake.
business.
That was a
He gets
blast.
12 bagels and 2 tubs of cream cheese, courtesy of Bagels and Joe.
Think about that.
2
Bill.
tubs.
12 bagels.
Yeah.
Just
That
for calling
sounds
in
so
and winning
good right
trivia.
now.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Nice gift.
A toasted bagel.
It's a nice
What would you
fry.
get? A raisin bagel?
No,
with...
no.
Raisin.
Oh, that's right.
What does Bill say about raisins?
The misconception
I
of grapes.
totally forgot.
God.
Hey, they have a French toast bagel, which is really good at Bagels and
Sounds
Joe.
good.
Really good.
God, Bill, we are so much different. If I see a raisin cookie, I am happy.
And I am not. Yep. Nope.
I'll hammer
We'll
it.
give you all the
early
raisin
bugaboos.
cookies. Yeah.
I'll hammer it.
Yeah. Don't even,
That's wrong. That's just wrong.
I'll hammer it.
Spill over.
when that hits you, when you think you had a chocolate chip cookie and it's a raisin,
I'm fine either way.
It's the most remarkable.
It's the best
moment.
I could
And I'll
put
say
raisins
this.
and chocolate chips in a
I'll
cookie.
say
and be
this:
happy.
I spit it out every time. Every time, it's right.
We're different on that.
Yeah, I'm not going. I'll get it.
It
Nope.
doesn't taste right.
No.
Yeah, you go in with the chocolate
With the-
feeling.
yeah.
Bad.
I'm 100%.
No, I've
fine.
eaten a oatmeal raisin cookie and then just broke it apart and picked the raisins out of it.
That's
and
fine.
ate the rest. Yes, I've done that before.
I love raisins.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give you a
In
box.
my
Right,
oatmeal-
Steve?
The spillover's next. An early break in the ticket.
I love.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild's Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Salt Mine City is now open at 8th and R in the Haymarket. Come check out Lincoln's newest brewery with 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager, Brick Street Amber Wheat, and so many more. There's daily drink specials like $1 off Moscow Mules on Tuesdays, $6 IPAs on Fridays, and $6 Bloody Marys on Saturdays. Stop by Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m., Fridays 4 to 11 p.m., Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sundays from noon to 8 p.m. It's Salt Mine City, Lincoln's newest brewery at 8th and R. Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Husker fans, this season, Nebraska is celebrating 50 years of Husker women's basketball, and they need you to help celebrate. You've shown up for women's hoops from the start and continue to prove that Nebraska fans really are the best in the nation. On Sunday, January 26th, the Huskers face Big Ten opponent Ohio State, and they're calling on all Husker fans to help pack PVA so they can celebrate 50 years of Husker women's hoops together. Get your tickets now and be a part of this historic season. For event and ticket information, go to huskers.com/tickets.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
We're on the air.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break. Jake, you're a freaking nutcase. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with Chris Raff, sponsored by our friends at Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love, Raff. Good morning. I'm sure you watched all the NFL games over the weekend of the divisional round playoffs.
Oh yes.
What game stuck out to you?
Oh, I'm going to go with the Bills. And
Yeah.
Bills Ravens.
Unbelievable game. A very exciting game.
I'm happy when the games are as good as we hope they'll be, right? That game, it delivered. I mean, Commanders, Lions delivered probably more than you thought it might.
Oh, yeah. Fascinating.
I mean, if you watched, the Lions were 9-point favorites in that game, lost by 14 at home, a place they've been so good at all year long.
It was a shocker, right?
Turnovers.
Shocking. Yeah, 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers to 0 for the Commanders.
I mean, really, the most boring game was also a decent game. Texans Chiefs was not it was 23-14 that the Chiefs won that game. Otherwise, Rams Eagles got interesting at the very end. Rams had a chance to win that game. They were driving down by 6, and then they throw the ball out of bounds on 4th down. I mean, they were deep in Eagles territory, down 6. So that
ball would have been about the 10-yard line.
There was some really, really, really good drama in the games.
If Stafford completes that ball, it's about the 10-yard line, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was tough conditions to have to throw, but yeah.
Well, the big play of that end of the game was they had 3rd and 2. It was 3rd and 2, and they took a sack. Of like 9, and they couldn't stop the clock. So it's ticking. So now it's 4th and 9 versus first down or incomplete pass, 4th and 2.
Defensive
sack.
Defensive tackle come roaring up the middle.
Jalen Carter.
He's
a beast. Yep, from Georgia. That's right, Raph.
Total beast.
Great,
play.
But both games yesterday were very fun. Filled with drama and great endings. Those games.
It's hard to beat the NFL guys.
I'm not sure where Stafford's contract lies out. Was this the end of that contract? Because he said
I don't know for sure. I would say about him though. I was telling Bill before the show that I just don't know how guys. When the fields are so snowy like that, how do you even, how do you, number one, grip the ball if you're passing? How do you run the ball that well? Barkley has 200-plus yards rushing on that crappy surface.
Footing was good.
And Stafford had 300-plus yards passing in that weather.
The footing didn't, for instance, the Bills-Ravens game I watched, the footing looked okay.
Yeah.
What I was saying, Raph, to Jake, and I know this sounds very simplistic, but if I'm a GM, at either colleges have GMs now, pro GM, college GM. pro coach, college coach, I'm having a big quarterback and I'm having a big-handed quarterback that can drive it down the field in these conditions. Because when you're playing these meaningful games, you're going to be playing in weather.
Yeah, it's
big
it's
quarterback, big hands.
Yeah, well, it's weird though. I know about having the big hands and stuff like that sometimes works, but
no, it's big.
But you've had quarterbacks in the past that have had big hands, but still can't throw the ball in the weather.
It's true.
Like,
true.
I'll go like John Elway could not throw in the snow.
He couldn't.
Could not throw in the
And
snow.
he played in Denver for crying out loud.
Elway couldn't drive the ball down the field in
not in the
conditions.
snow.
Really?
And
that's interesting.
I know it's just because the velocity he created with his wrist and it slid through. But yeah, he had more trouble throwing in the snow. It was like anytime you see a snow game, you'd be like, oh, here we go.
You see Josh Allen?
He has no problem in the snow.
Whips it downfield.
I'm looking at Matthew Stafford plays in a dome. He's played in a dome his whole life with the Lions and the Rams. So he doesn't play a ton of outdoor snow games, especially in the NFC West. You don't see that.
No, you're right.
He was 26 for 44, 324, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Look comfortable.
Like a normal day, and it was crap weather out there.
It's tough, dude.
So they lose the game, but again, Matthew Stafford, great performance in the loss.
Yep.
And he had a strip sack that hurt him late in that game, which affected them from scoring. But
And he grew up in Texas and then went to Georgia. So
he's been always warm weather or dome.
It's interesting the guys that handle Mahomes handles it really well. He handles brutal cold really well. I marvel at those guys. I'm talking mainly the QBs because they have to keep everybody together. They have to keep everything together and they have to make plays. And the guys that can ignore the cold and do it freak me out. How tough they must be mentally.
We'll wrap up. You had a comment you want to make about TikTok, Sip.
Welcome back.
It was gone for
welcome back.
12 hours, 24 hours.
God bless whatever happened to make TikTok come back. I know maybe Trump was involved in that. I don't know for sure what happened. It was hard to kind of figure out what was going on.
I don't understand it all.
TikTok was gone on Saturday night, though. I was told it wasn't going away. It went away. It came back yesterday. God bless America.
Look at Rap. I don't do TikTok, so I don't have a comment on
In
that.
TikTok, it has a lot of ills. I get it. There's a lot of issues with TikTok, but I get a lot of sports stuff off TikTok. Joel Klatt commentary, NFL highlights.
Haven't you been duped by AI stuff on there, though, before?
You can get duped by a lot of things on TikTok.
I thought you were sad you just couldn't make videos anymore. And I was like,
I don't make videos.
Yeah, let's do SIP videos.
I want some of these
on
SIP
TikTok.
videos, some dancing videos.
Purely informational. If you want to watch the Mark Andrews drops and fumble, they're all over TikTok. Watch the video. I missed the drop in the end zone because I was driving. I heard it on the ticket, though. God bless the ticket for playing those playoff games. I heard it in my truck, didn't see it, got home, saw it on TikTok. There it was.
You can listen to next week's conference championship games also on the ticket.
Thank you,
2
Ticket.
o'clock and 5:30. Both those games we play here on the ticket on Sunday.
I listened to the final 8 minutes of Bills Ravens on the ticket. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great.
On that note, the drive with Raf, AD, and AG is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I'm Jake Sorensen. We will see you tomorrow.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment.